the hand thing for our YouTube folks watching. We say hello. And then usually I will follow up. Like when I'm doing a remote broadcast with Jason, I always say good morning at the exact same time. Good morning. And then he says good morning back. But if you really are paying attention, you'll notice that 9 times out of 10 on a Monday, I don't say good morning at that spot. It's a little bit delayed. And that's because I can't tell until the mics go on whether or not my headphones are working or are taking the correct feed. And so when the weekend comes in, and I don't know, I'm sure there's a really valid reason. I don't know what it is. But what happens is when I come in on a Monday, almost always, I have nothing in my headphones because this little board in front of me is not taking the proper feed from, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Or do you know?
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know how that makes sense.
Why it's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't either. That's what I'm saying. Why would
Because the last person in that chair is Whitey doing a show with Emran.
There's nobody on the weekends in this chair?
Well, yeah, but Whitey's the last person.
Oh, Whitey with Emran. I see what you're saying on the weekends. I apologize. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't.
So after their show, it's basically nobody until it gets to you. So I don't know why it would be changing.
You know, that just gave me a weird maybe, I don't know if deja vu is the right word.
Deja vu.
Deja vu, thank you. Deja vu sounds like an Olympian biathlon athlete from France. And David Javu lines up for the shot.
Deja vu smells.
Yeah, he doesn't smell great. He's got a bit of a drinking problem, too, let's be honest. So,
he had a lot of promise, but he failed.
I know.
You guys remember Deja Vu?
Yeah. Boy, was he was on pace. Something happened. Old Deja Vu. Back in Madison, in the olden days, a lot of times when I was working weekends and stuff, or I had, like Lil Joe Pittman and I used to do this if he was working nights. One of us would bring in our video game system and we'd hook it up to the studio TV. This is when you had to be there for the national feeds and you had to manually go to commercial and all that. And Joe would rig it where we would play video games, but the video game sound from the TV would come through the speakers. And then he had some other little speaker to hear when they were going to break and monitor and all that. I don't think that's happening in here.
No.
But that's what I remember now. And I wonder if on Monday mornings, Whitey would come in or whoever's doing the Rise Guys and go, why is the TV on?
I used to watch The Office.
While you were doing that?
Yeah, when I had to do that midnight to 5 shift.
That location, I mean, I guess offense to where we're at right now. God, I love that location so much more. I wish I miss Madison, and not just because it's far closer to my house. But there was just so much stuff around there. You could make a run to one of 8 different places to eat, and I think I'm being conservative. There was let's see, just within a couple of blocks, you had an In-N-Out, you had Wienerworks, you had Laboo, you had all that stuff at Madison and Manzanita. So what would that be? Was that a Arby's? That little hamburger place. I think there was an Adalberto's there. I know I'm missing a couple.
There was a Chipotle, which I went there so often one year that I went to go pick up something like it's like 2 days before Christmas, and the manager working there is like, "Merry Christmas."
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. And speaking.
Now there's no way I could afford that much Chipotle.
Oh God. Yeah, that's as a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. We're having home Chipotle tonight. We generally will. Last night we did barbecue chicken thighs, and it's a real fun way to do the leftovers. Is we'll dice the remainder of the chicken thighs, and then Melissa always gets over the weekend those giant fat tortillas, and we'll load them up and make our own thing. It's a good story, Dave. It's a good story about Chipotle burrito. I did, however, over the weekend, I'm going to get back into this. I did make beef jerky. I actually have some in my car right now that I forgot to bring up. That's why I asked you if you like beef jerky.
You like beef jerky?
Yeah. I said to Chris.
You like beef jerky in your mouth?
Was that?
Yes. It's the South Park thing.
Yeah, that is a South Park thing. Well, I asked Chris, and it's too early for bits before 6 a.m. We don't usually do bits before 6.
Because one, it's like we're not ready for it. But two, like if you do it, no one's going to wait, what? I don't get it. What do you
You're not. Oh, yeah. And then when you finally do get it, the reaction's like, oh, great, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you got me. Feel good about that? We have no room for bits before 6 a.m. After 10 a.m., no problem. The after shows we will occasionally have in the hallways full of bits.
That would get us fired.
That would 100% get us fired. Pre 6 a.m., nothing. But I was thinking about beef jerky yesterday because I think how do I say this? I kind of got flipped on my head about beef jerky when the whole point of me making beef jerky. Well, first off, it's fun. Secondly, I like to flavor it the way I like to flavor it. But it was also I went to go get some beef jerky on a drive Saturday. I went down to the old ranch Friday night and came back Saturday. And on the drive back, I stopped at whatever. Yeah, a lot of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeeps Rams down that park. Mountain Ranch, California. And I stopped in and like this pack of beef jerky was like $12 or something. I was like,
crazy.
Right. So I said, you know what? I'm making, that sound like my mom now. I'm going to make my own at home. It'll be better and cheaper. So on the way home, I needed to get stuff for Saturday night anyways because Melissa was driving back from dropping Avery off. So it was just Mason and myself. Speaking of paying attention, you know what we had for dinner Saturday night?
Sloppy Joe's.
100%. You always do. You always pay attention. Sloppy Joe's. And while I was there, so just to be clear here, I'm at Winco. Winco, which has cheap everything. And I found, and there's all kinds of different cuts for it. The cut does not really matter for beef jerky because you're incredibly overcooking it. So I always get whatever it could be a chuck roast. It could be what. In this case, they had one of them London broils. And it was, I think, $5.88 a pound. So I got like a 4-pound London broil for, it was like $21 or something. Maybe it's 3 pounds. Whatever. It was $21 was the London broil. So you put it in the freezer for a couple hours to where it's not frozen, but it's harder. And that lets you slice it a lot easier because you got to make thin slices.
Don't you have a slicer?
I do. I didn't use it on this because I can just I like to have a little more control, and it would have made a mess. I only use a slicer when I have like I'll go and get like a whole thing of cheese and some lunch meat and stuff, and then I'll just slice the hell out of it. In this case, just for this, it wouldn't have been worth getting it all out. So I slice it all up. And by the way, part of this too is I had a breakthrough after work on Friday. My soy sauce bottle was getting low, so it's time to make some new soy sauce. Now, generally, what I would do because I like to spice up my soy sauce a little, is the preferred way is so I'll take my Kikkoman bottle, and I will fill it almost all the way with soy sauce out of like the big jug of Kikkoman, if that makes sense to you all. Fill that up. The master jug of sauce. And then the rest of it, I'll put lemon juice in. So that's it for the liquid. And then I throw in some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. And then the spices, generally, I prefer Thai hot chili peppers, little red peppers. Sometimes I don't have them. I'll use a jalapeno or habanero, whatever I have around the house. But in this case, our garden is just full of. We have way too many Thai hot. Do you like Thai hot? Have you ever had them?
Yeah.
Okay. You want some?
Definitely.
Okay. I mean, if you text me tonight, I'll bring you some tomorrow. So usually what I will do is I will put it in a pot on the stove, like a saucepan. And I will cut the peppers up into like thirds, and then I'll bring it to a soft boil, and then I'll put it on low and just leave it for like a half an hour and let it steep like tea. Then I'll strain it, pour it back into the soy sauce bottle. I have kind of a spicy ponzu style soy sauce. Well, I thought about it. I went, you know what? Let me try this, because it would always give me this like background heat, but I could never get it really spicy. So what I did is I put everything into my blender, and I blended it for like 2 minutes just on high. Then I strained it to get out all the little, stuffs that was left over, the pulp, if you will. Holy crap, dude. I started out, usually I put 4 Thai hot chili peppers in. I just put 2 just to test it. Thank God that's all I did. I had to put it back in the blender and add about a tablespoon of honey just to cool it off a little bit. This stuff is blazing. So using that, I made another batch, and I used that for the beef jerky marinade. Marinated it overnight. There's a point to this story. And then I had it on the Traeger for about 8 hours on low smoke until it was all done. What I realized is the yield of the beef jerky is not. I actually should. What I need to do is I need to go buy one of those bags of beef jerky and bring it home and weigh it. I don't think I saved a lot of money doing that. And when you factor in the pellets I used in the Traeger and the other stuff, I know it's incremental, plus the time and effort, I think big beef jerky isn't as evil as we think it is. I think that's just meat prices.
Haven't you noticed too, is like when you feel like you're saving money by doing that, like, oh, instead of going to the sandwich shop, I'll make my own sandwiches at home.
Yeah.
It starts to turn like, I don't know how much I'm saving here.
Chris, you're so right. It's all about bulk. You're 100% right about the sandwiches. We go to Sam's Club or Costco or whatever. We get those big things at deli meat. And you get the cheese, the bread, whatever. And you're 100% right, dude. The problem we have is that, and I yell at the family about this all the time, we don't prioritize food that's going out of service. So the amount of times every week I end up throwing stuff out, and it's gotten to the point where, like, on Fridays, I'll take a look in the fridge, see what's getting ready to get on the fence, expiring-wise, and then figure out a way to throw that into our meals. If you get bread and lunch meat and cheese and all the stuff that goes with it, and you make sandwiches until all of it's gone, you're dialed. You're good. But if you're like, I want a sandwich, and you go grab the individual things and make a sandwich, you're not coming out ahead, dude. You're spending $15-$20 for a sandwich. Yeah, you've got leftover stuff, but you've got to make those in order to realize the deal. Yeah. So the other thing I'm looking at too, my sister told me about this. I actually think someone's going to make a lot of money doing this, and I didn't know about it. I'm sure some of you do, but she was talking to me. She and I both, my mom and dad always had Top Ramen or cup noodles. God, that sounds so weird to say. My sister and I grew up with two things that we knew that apparently were wrong, and that was cup o' noodles, cup o' apostrophe noodles, and mint and chip ice cream. We have since found out through research that, yes, once upon a time, it was cup o' noodles, but now it's just cup noodles.
I always thought it was cup of noodles.
It was, this is one of them, what is it called, the Mandela effect? I remember it saying cup o' apostrophe noodles in the little red cursive. No, it was never cup of noodles, I can tell you that much. But now it's just cup noodles, which just sounds stupid. And mint and chip, which I swore on this very show, I think is where I got corrected. That's how you say it. But where everybody else would say, it's mint chip. What are you talking about? later found out the reason why we, both myself and my sister, thought it was mint and chip was that was the name of the Thrifty brand of their mint and chip, and that's where we used to go.
Oh, we don't actually use mint or chips in this, so we had to come up with a weird name.
Exactly. So the thing about Top Ramen and Cup Noodles, which we both grew up having stacked in our house, is that they're objectively horrific for your body. They're terrible. You might as well just drink salt, and everything in there is processed. Well, apparently, there's a company, or maybe more than one, that's starting to focus on that and other segments like that. But now they're using, I think they've got some ramens, but they also have mac and cheese that are in the cups and you heat them up and all that. But they're using protein noodles and all natural stuff. And I think she says they're called, I don't know if it's Goodles or Goodles. But yeah, I could see that being a big thing. Just give me the healthier version of ramen, because ramen's a fantastic snack. And I don't know if everybody else is like this or if I'm just on an island here, but I always felt like the thing, whether it's the brick of Top Ramen, I guess you can't really do this with the cup of noodles, but the brick of Top Ramen, that was always the base. That was the base for it. And then I'd scramble an egg and I'd slowly pour it in while I'm stirring. Maybe we had some green onions in the fridge or leftover shrimp or something. You can always add to that. And then I don't know, again, if this is just a me thing or not, but everyone knows the brick of Top Ramen. Did anybody else break it in half at the very least or crumble it with their fist before they put I just didn't like the big giant long noodles. I always wanted noodles that would fit in my spoon.
Save a couple uncooked and then top it on for a little crispy snack.
I had an ex-girlfriend, and her signature dish, she didn't cook a lot, but she made some sort of salad, and all I remember is it had little chopped up broccoli florets and some other stuff, and then she would put crumbled up Top Ramen noodles and the packet in there amongst other stuff, and it was freaking amazing, dude. 916-339-1140 is a text line. Oh, man, I forgot about this. Good morning, guys. Went to go see Toto and Christopher Cross last night up in Wheatland. Holy smokes, what a show. Cross is 75. He's still jamming. Toto channeled their inner Tool and played for 15 minutes straight at certain points. They opened with Rosanna, then closed with Hold the Line and Africa. Phenomenal. Son of I honestly saw that show and wanted to see it. And I know the State Fair, I think here pretty soon, has a yacht rock show. And sometimes those are honestly, let's be honest, I know this is sacrilege, but sometimes those tribute band type things, especially if you've got a band that's doing multiple artists, sometimes it's actually better than seeing the real artist live, because first off, the real artist is super old and can't do it anymore. And then secondly, they're stuck to their own songs. Who else was there?
So the Yacht Rock show is on the closing day of the State Fair.
Is it the 26th?
August 2nd.
Oh, no, it already happened. Man.
When you said State Fair, I'm like, I thought that ended a while ago.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw Huey Lewis in the news at the State Fair, and they never sang Hip to Be Square.
They didn't sing Hip to Be Square?
We're waiting the whole time. And then it's just are they doing they going to do they going to come back? Oh, yeah, you thought we forgot? No, here you go. Nope.
That's weird that they wouldn't do that. Muse is playing a week from this Wednesday. And nobody wants to go.
Muse puts on an incredible show.
Muse is like, to me, if you just go by just pure show combined with music, they might be the best rock band touring right now. Like they're insane. It's an insanely good show, and I've seen them. I've only seen them indoor. I've never seen them outdoor. If anybody wants,
saw them at Aftershock.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you they killed.
Oh my God.
If you guys want to see one of the great live performances of all time, I mean, arguably one of it. Well, everyone's biased, and I'm not like a Muse super fan, by the way. It's not. I mean, they're not like Alanis Morissette or nothing. But you want to see a great show or a great live performance, like a live performance where you're almost like, how are they even doing this? Look up. I think it's from early 2000s, 2008 maybe, 2002. I don't know. It's Muse at Wembley. The name of the song is Knights, as in Knights of the Round Table, Knights of Sidonia. If you put in Muse, Wembley, and then Knights of, it'll fill the rest of it out. You'll know it's the Muse one because it's got like 20 million views. I still to this day don't know how they did that, how they pulled that. I don't know how they pulled that off live that well. And that is not an easy song to sing. By the way, somebody on the text line has us mixed up with Armstrong and Getty right now, and they're asking me questions, and I'm answering as Jack Armstrong. Sorry, Jack. I'm not answering anything terribly. I'm just being silly. What was the other thing? We were talking about music.
Muse coming to
Golden Wine, Wheatland. And I don't think I'm going to that. I was, you know what? I was reading about your Oasises, dude. Because I'm long sad that they haven't performed my favorite Oasis song all around the world since like 2008 or something. Well, apparently there's a big rumor in Oasis circles that they might be saving it for, I think are they doing a 30th anniversary tour or something? But that there's just so much, and Noel refuses to do that song half-ass. So that means you've got to have like a full orchestra and all kinds of stuff with it. But then on top of that, it's like 9 minutes, which I don't know why they just don't get rid of the reprise and all that. You know, you don't have to do 5 minutes of na. I also wanted to see with you today, Chris. Wanted to test this out. You may or may not. I know how you feel about this stuff, but let's see. Let's see how you feel about this for a Monday to get you going. Let me turn this down. You love it, right?
That's terrible.
Is it because it's just because it's AI?
It's AI.
I mean, I'm assuming it's AI. I could be wrong.
That's terrible. Here's the thing is like Oasis is the reason why they're so popular. It's just like them. It's just like this weird, like someone could perform that song better. Yeah. But it wouldn't be the same.
You're not a big reimagination of a song guy. You're not a fan of those?
I go song by song.
Yeah. So
not in general.
Tell me, hey, teach their own.
I I'll enjoy the Ramones version of California Sun.
Okay, what about, here's one everyone would know. What about Sounds of Silence by Disturbed? That was one. Like, I don't know if that was it was a little bit of a reimagination, I would say. But what about that one, Bob? Because that's just a different take on the song. Same melody. It just hits you because,
It's, I don't know how much I want to go to this. It's taken on like a new type of feeling because that kind of became the anthem after the bombing in Manchester. And so then to just hear like a funky jazz version of it, like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So it's not so much about the song itself being hated as it is the environment around the song. And
Yeah.
it'd be okay. I got you. Okay. Because that would be like, hey, I will remember you. Yeah, will you remember me? And it's showing like, yeah, I got you now. Wow, we're late. Okay, as we go to break, I want everybody to think about this and don't cheat. Don't cheat. Well, you can cheat, but you're just cheating yourself. I want you to see how close you are. I have the booking fees for the summer of 1969 little show they called Woodstock. All the bands. Who do you think was the most expensive of the artists that
Who was the most expensive?
Yes. No, not the Who. But more importantly, what do you think they got paid to be there? 32 total artists or bands there. Who was the most expensive?
I still can't believe who was the most expensive.
And as we go to break, I'll give you, here's your choices. I'll just name you 5. Grateful Dead, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'll give you 6. Jefferson Airplane. Which was the most expensive? And how much did they cost? We'll take a break. When we come back, a lot of stuff for you. We still haven't looked at this Kings schedule yet. We'll do that. Brock Purdy speaks on talent in the NFL. I thought that was an interesting clip. A major league legend passes away, a legend for reasons off the field, probably more than on the field. And the greatest debut in baseball history. Is it the greatest debut in sports history? We got a lot to go over for you on a Monday. So glad you're with us right here on Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
We got a lot of people chiming in on both lines on remakes. Oh, that's a good one. Behind Blue Eyes, Limp Bizkit. I thought I was the only one that liked that. And I'm a massive Who fan, so it should be sacrilege to say that I liked the Limp Bizkit remake of that song. Like, hey, I really enjoyed that Limp Bizkit version of the Who song. Should never be a sentence that comes out of anyone's mouth. Yet, I always try to put all biases aside, and I thought they nailed that. I absolutely thought Limp Bizkit nailed the Behind Blue Eyes remake. As a matter of fact, I would venture to say I enjoyed it more than the original, except for the bridge where they integrated a speak and spell that spelled out LIMP for no reason whatsoever. If they had just done the song, including the bridge, and who would have thought that Fred Durst could actually sing a little bit? The video with Halle Berry was actually really good too. She does not age. She posted a rather risque photo on her social media over the weekend saying, "This is 60." And she does not look 60. To answer the question, Chris, did you have a guess? Artist? I am 63 years old. Is that a reference to the Who, Halle Berry?
I think everything in general.
Everything I just said? That sounds right. What band do you think was the most expensive, or artist?
I am going to go with Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Creedence Clearwater Revival, number 4.
Ooh.
But still a pretty good guess. I'll give you the top 10. The Who at number 10. Crazy enough. Canned Heat, Sly and the Family Stone at 8, Jefferson Airplane at 7, Janis Joplin at 6. Actually, a 3-way tie between Joplin, Jefferson Airplane, and The Band. They're just called The Band. CCR at 4. Joan Baez tied with CCR at 3 and 4. Number 2, Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Oh, yeah.
And number 1, the most expensive artist at Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix.
Interesting.
Second part of the question, what do you think he charged?
Most expensive at
Woodstock 1969.
In 1969, I will say $75,000.
$75,000. I'm going to give you the bottom 5, and I want to see if this adjust what you're going to say at all. Country Joe McDonald doesn't count. He played for free. Quill played for $375. Keith Hartley Band played for, it's KEEF, for $500. Sha-Na-Na with Bowser played for $700. Santana played for $750.
I think he had like a weird thing though, too.
Well, what do you mean?
I think he was like a late invite or something. And
Okay.
He didn't have a set. Like the big story is he took something that didn't make his mind right.
Gotcha.
Expecting not to be playing, and they're like, "You're going up right now."
And what a great performance he put on.
He thought he was playing. He had to close his eyes because he thought the guitar was turning into a snake.
Who amongst us? The 20.
How terrifying! In front of thousands of people.
Like hundreds of thousands of people, half of them naked. Number 24, Joe Cocker, who had one of arguably the most famous Woodstock performance, his remake of "Help from My Friends." By the way, Beatles honk. There's a great one. I like the Joe Cocker version better, and I'm a Beatles guy, but that Joe Cocker version was amazing. $1,375. Jimi Hendrix, the number one most expensive guy at Woodstock, $18,000.
Jeez.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $15,000. Baez, $10,000. CCR, $10,000. I mean, the whole thing.
How much? 17,000?
Huh? Say that again?
How much did you say for Jimi Hendrix?
Hendrix was 18. I think the whole thing, they got the whole thing for around $50,000. I mean, obviously, I didn't count everything else. But damn near the whole thing for $50,000. Can't do that today.
Well, that would be $163,000 today.
Still can't do that today.
No.
We are, I got to be careful here because I know I got some Huddersfield folk. It's the time of year where we're booking concerts for this next summer. And there are some massive names that we're looking at because we can only do a handful. And there's also some names that aren't massive. And then you see the price that they're charging you. Who's paying this for you? But apparently they do. We'll get through that. We'll take a break. We'll start the show in earnest when we come back. The passing of Tommy John, the greatest debut ever. Stephen Hawking did not do the bridge for Behind Blue Eyes, you idiot. On the chat. And Limp Bizkit's cover.
That shouldn't have got me as good as
it got me too, dude. That's just stupid. And Limp Bizkit's cover of Faith is better. Somebody said, you know what? Okay, I'll allow that. I don't agree with it, but I'll allow that. We'll take a break. We'll come back with all the other stuff next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates.
When you've been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust.
Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years.
And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell the listeners what's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales event.
Hoblet continues to be the place to find the best prices on the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you need. Right now, save up to $14,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ram 2500 Crew Cabs. And it's not just the savings. Right now, you also get Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Wow, it seems like every time you do this, you manage to find a new way to sweeten the deal.
That's the difference between the big city auto mall guys and the small town family-owned experience at Hoblet. When you come to Hoblet, you experience what 77 years of family-owned award-winning customer service looks like.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Crew Cabs after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus cash for eligible business owners, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade, and 500 upfit, military, or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with any other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. 2 with this net savings, the number 227-321 and 227-315. See dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I was talking to Joe and Cody down the hall on our sister station. Brought back a memory I think you were here for, Chris. But what the hell do I know? So they're doing these shows every Friday remotely, little road shows. They were in Colfax last Friday.
Oh, that's a drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember the Carmichael Dave Show road tour?
Of course.
Did you? Were you there when we had the shirts?
Yes.
So
I had one of the shirts.
That's one of my sleeveless shirts, by the way. We were talking about last week, old radio. For those of you who don't know, we used to do, we had a thing for summertime where we did a remote show every, maybe not every Friday, but damn near every Friday. And it's different for a night show because you can go to a sports bar, wherever, do the shows there. It makes more sense 9 to midnight than it is 6 to 10 a.m. when you're rolling around like breakfast joints. But we had and we went to Players, Mandango. We were all over the place. And I think, honestly, over the summer, we probably did 8 of the 12 weeks on the road every Friday. And we had concert-style T-shirts made up where we had the station logo and the show logo on the front, and then on the back it had every stop. And I think we we kicked off the tour and then ended the tour at Players Pub. If you're familiar with the area upstairs and downstairs.
I think we started at one of the Players.
Yeah.
Then did the rest of them, and then ended at the other Players.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
We did. I think we started at upstairs Players. That's the smaller one up Fair Oaks Boulevard, and then at the main one downstairs, I think is where we ended up. And Jeff Welch and everybody there always took great care of us. I was telling them, you guys got to get some concert T-shirts, dude. I can't remember. Do you remember the last time we did a remote show? Not counting spring training.
No.
Or anything like I can't either.
Going back to the tour,
mm-hmm.
I can't remember which bar it was. It was the one with that had the beach volleyball or whatever.
Oh, 7440 Club.
No.
No?
I know Sandbar.
Okay, I got you.
And I remember showing up like 5 minutes after your show had started, and you're walking down the stairs. And I'm like, what happened? Like, can't hear anything because the music was so loud. You couldn't do the show there.
That was back in the day where we could just throw in the towel and take on, whatever national feed was on. Yeah, I was pissed about that. You couldn't. They couldn't hear us. And it's not like we're going to get them to turn the music down.
Hey, guys, can you stop the music for a second? We're doing a show here.
Yeah, that would have gone over well with the patrons. I also saw something over the weekend that caught my eye. And I don't know how to handle this one. But it was somebody making an argument that the Jackass movies are underrated and deserve more. They deserve more of a place in the pantheon of funny movies because they're absolutely so unique. And I just started thinking, like, are they underrated? I mean, they made a ton of money. And it's basically, but there is an argument that they might be the most unique movies in industry of all time. I don't know what the comparison is. There's no storyline. They're not acting. It's a group of dudes that would probably be massive degenerates if they didn't do this. That
I might argue they were degenerates doing it.
Right. That's point taken. That are just abusing themselves for everyone else's entertainment. And look, there's been, they've broken bones. Johnny Knoxville's had like 70 concussions. The saddest thing out of all of it was the passing of Ryan Dunn. Bam Margera has gone through hell and back, starting to pop up again. And I don't know what to do with those movies because I loved the series on MTV. I watched it regularly. I loved CKY and all that. I was really into Bam Margera and all the stuff he and his friends would do beforehand. The problem with Jackass, though, is I'm good for like 80% of it. 20% of it I can't do, dude. Anything involving body parts of theirs, I'm out. I can't do it.
I would say bodily functions coming out of them is where I draw the line.
I would agree with you, and both ends.
Yes.
The only one, actually, except for the time when the one dude who always poops everywhere, he went into the toilet store or whatever. Oh. I don't know why
that was awful.
That was terrible. He's just sitting there with a newspaper in the middle of it's not a Home Depot. It's like a Home Depot place. Just crushing one. Somebody comes over finally like, dude, oh my God, are you serious? And then but I think everybody who's seen it could probably come up with their own. I think the funniest one, I think probably the funniest one ever was when they put Steve-O in the porta potty that was filled and then they launched it up in the air and they had the camera in there and it was so simultaneously disgusting and hilarious. The one I couldn't do, which also involves Steve-O though, no chance, dude, was when he snorted wasabi. Yeah, exactly. Chris, if you can't see, Chris just physically convulsed. I don't know how that is humanly possible without massive after effects. But anyways, shout out Jackass from the 530. The last Jackass was the worst. The whole movie sucked. Yeah, I haven't seen the last one yet. I haven't seen the one. I think it's in theaters. I have not seen that one. All right, let's do something here. Tommy John passed away over the weekend. The cool thing about him dying, that's not the right way to say that. What I thought was cool in that horrible situation was, and we talked about this last week, how I'm assuming it was his family, himself, and the New York Yankees agreed or arranged, I should say, for him to basically, while he was in hospice, he made a goodbye statement. that they tweeted out that they put out, which is that's so cool. Like he knew he was passing, and he had an opportunity to say goodbye to the fans that he loved. So that part was cool. I looked this up because we talked about this a little bit last week. Tommy John, I think, should be in the Hall of Fame, along with Dr. James Andrews. I know that statistically you could, if you just want to break it down nerd level, yeah, probably not. But when you think about it, Dr. James Andrews, who would represent all the medical and science behind that, and then Tommy John for being the first guy. I mean, come on, man. Like John Glenn, Neil Armstrong, like whoever the first person is doing the thing. There's others that have come after that have done more or better or this or that. But we always remember the person that had the cojones to do the first thing. Tommy John, by the way, does not have an impossible Hall of Fame resume. 288 wins, 3.34 lifetime ERA, 2,200 strikeouts. It's not like he has no resume whatsoever. 4-time All-Star. But when you think about the effect that Tommy John surgery, and Dr. James Andrews and the amount of careers they have saved, you could argue that they're on the Mount Rushmore. Tommy John is of most influential baseball players in the history of the game. Like legitimately, I'm talking about like Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, that type of thing. Nobody's gonna put Tommy John on there. And by the way, baseball players aren't the only ones that have ever had Tommy John surgery. But when you look at before Tommy John surgery and after Tommy John surgery, your career was effectively over. Here's just a couple. John Smoltz, Paul Molitor, Billy Wagner, Justin Verlander, Shohei Ohtani, Jacob deGrom, Garrett Cole. Now Bryce Harper, Carl Crawford. 83% of pitchers return to the majors post-op. Usually it takes a year and a half to recover. UCL injuries used to basically be career enders, and if they weren't career enders, they were certainly career derailers. Think about just those names I mentioned. And what the pitching world would be like if their careers had just ended, period. I started thinking about like what other players have had that type of thing. We would talk about like the bird rights, if you will. But really, Tommy John stands above, way above. As I'm trying to recall my list here, that's why I sound like I'm talking super slow. So named after, I had it, and I did it over the weekend, and then it disappeared. Come on, man. All right. Obviously, Bird with the bird rights, Derrick Rose with the Derrick Rose rule, the Allen Houston rule, the Stepien rule for Ted Stepien, which is why you can't trade consecutive first-round picks. The Elam ending for Nick Elam, but who wasn't an athlete, though? Chris, if I was doing a Mount Rushmore of Tommy John style named after the athlete thing, and I had Tommy John and I had bird rights, and I say this with all respect, does Lou Gehrig's disease fit in there, in your opinion?
Yes.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay. That's whatever it is, anterior something, blah, blah, sclerosis, or nobody says that. They all say Lou Gehrig's disease or ALS.
I think that puts like a Oh, this is a serious.
Do they say Lou Gehrig's disease in other countries? Probably not, right? I would think not. That'd be like if we said, like Rodri disease or something, if he had something like,
wow, just sticking the knife in.
I know, dude. Tough. Oh, man, we'll get to that later. Tough weekend for Chris Verlaat. Tough weekend for Chris Verlaat. And it may just be the beginning, too. Okay, so I'm going to throw out my Mount Rushmore, Chris. I'm going to say the Mount Rushmore of athlete-named things in the spirit of Tommy John. Tommy John surgery, Larry Bird rights, Lou Gehrig's disease, and the Cy Young Award. I'm a little iffy about the Cy Young Award because that's just an award named after him. But like why wouldn't it be like the O'Brien Trophy or something? But I don't know. I just feel like I think there's people in this world that hear about the Cy Young Award and for some reason it doesn't click that Cy Young was a pitcher. That's just the award.
Well, then if you want to start throwing that out, just like the name Madden.
Okay, Madden video. Yep, okay.
I would say most kids now playing Madden not only don't know who John Madden is, like never even seen him, heard him.
Would you count Hack-a-Shack?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one, too. Memories to Tommy John, though. He will be missed. A life well lived. We'll take a break. When we come back, Threefer Madness. The Dodgers, Russ Westbrook. As ESPN put out future power rankings. We'll talk to you about that next.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports to keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
So glad you're with us. 1-800-920-1140 is your phone number. Jerry, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Long time no talk to.
Yeah, where you been, Jerry?
Yeah, I've been traveling the country, working for a company that's got me out on the road.
Well, you know what? It's good to see the country sometimes also. I'm sure you long for home. I get it.
Yeah, I do. But I'm working in town this week, so I listened into the program, and you're talking about all these things, these diseases affiliated with these athletes out. And I was thinking on the opposite end, one of the funniest and saddest and craziest things I ever saw was Lance Armstrong doing his cameo in Dodgeball, and how that all went down for him, and how that guy has just totally disappeared. And I don't know how many of those diseases he actually had, but that was the guy who made it really hard on my guy, Greg LeMond, and I just think that he got what was coming to him.
Well, I mean, thank you, Jerry. Look, he used steroids, and, that kind of blew a lot of that. I'm going to stop short of wishing cancer on somebody, unless it's like Hitler or, that ranking of things. Genghis Khan, Well, I'm just going through history, people I would be like, okay, I generally am not a big wish cancer on person. But all the other stuff, yes, Jerry, but the count. It's somebody. I don't know where I saw it. It was within the last couple years, Chris. It was some people. I don't even know who the hell it was. Maybe it was a podcast or something on TV. They were having a roundtable discussion about Lance Armstrong. They were like, "Well, did the ends justify the means?" They were saying like, "Yeah, Lance was kind of fraudulent and this and that, and whatever." But then they talked about like the little yellow wristbands and how much money it raised. And how much money went to research and the studies and the this and the that. So their point was, despite the stuff he did wrong, did Lance Armstrong have an overall positive effect on cancer research? And I guess if you break it down to that, the answer is probably yes, at least from what I know.
Also from understanding, it appeared that drug use in the racing world was pretty rampant.
Yes, exactly. It's like the whole Sosa, Palmero, like, come on, everybody's doing it. No AA run. No. We're not doing a Mount Wish cancer on more of, no, we're not. We'll just leave it at Hitler and Genghis Khan. Maybe who's that Pol Pot guy? Okay, fine. It would be the fourth then. Let's make it like pre-1800 just to avoid making anyone angry. Who was like Genghis Khan, Hitler? It's a great. Somebody tuned in like 30 seconds ago. It was a great segment. I'm trying to think, like, who was in charge during like the Spanish Inquisition? Wasn't that like a bunch of stuff?
The Catholic Church.
Okay, never mind then.
Didn't go quite how you wanted.
That didn't go how I wanted. All right, I'm sure there's somebody in like BC or something that like caused famine and death and stuff. We'll do that.
We'll do our research.
We'll do our research. We don't want to get it wrong. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. I know. I'll do a modern version. Because I don't think anybody's going to agree with me. I will say Hitler, Pol Pot, Genghis Khan, and fleas. Not the red hot chili pepper flea. Fleas. Dude, I got flea collars for the dogs even on Friday. Like double flea. Bathed them in the flea stuff. Got the collars. Bombed the house. Not that kind of bomb. Flea bombed the house. And I even like sprayed under the bed and in the crevices and washed everything. Dude, I've got new bites today. I don't know what to do, man. And I'm starting to think I have avoided looking this up because I don't want the answer. And that doesn't mean you look it up and you give me
I won't tell you.
Promise?
Promise.
And nobody on the text line either. Are there, like if you get bitten by enough mosquitoes, you can get malaria? Like, is there a point where if you get bitten by enough fleas, like it can turn into something else? Like, am I just perpetually going to get bitten by fleas for the rest? If you guys could see my ankles right now. Now, the good news is that I had Pest Pros come out and they took care of the entire thing. Like, we were good. I think I need to get them to come out again because I think our dogs just went out and everything was fine. Then they went out and got flea'd again when we took them on the road. I'm calling my guy. I'm you know what? Stepping up to the pros. I'm gonna bring Pest Pros out because my ankles, dude. I look like I'm having issues. Yeah, exactly. StepUpToThePros.com. Get rid of those fleas, baby. Question 1, please.
In the last month, the Dodgers are 11-16. Do other teams have a legit chance?
No. We fall for this every year, dude. With every time there's a dynastic team, we always fall for this. I guess, do they have a chance? Yes. I know the Blue Jays were close. The Dodgers, this happens. This happened with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. This happened at times with the Spurs. Let me see here. Second half of last year, just for funsies here. Let's see. 35. Okay. The second half of the year last year, from July 18th to September 28th, the LA Dodgers went 35-29. They lost 3 of 4 coming out of the break. They had a 4-game losing streak right around this same time, August 10th through August 13th. They had a 5-game losing streak from September 2nd to the 6th, and that was to Pittsburgh and Baltimore. And then magically they finished winning their last 5 games over Arizona and Seattle, both of whom were good. They did not have the best record in baseball last year. And it didn't matter. They're that good. Now, look, if they get more and more and more and more and more injuries, as a matter of fact, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They had the 5th best record in baseball last year. And they won it all. They're just this is part of the issue, man. Yeah, they've got injuries, but they're also able to handle those injuries because of their insane depth. That's really cool. You have Tyler Glass now that tossed 3 2/3 hitless innings at a rehab appearance at AAA 2 days ago. He's coming back. A lot of these guys are going to start coming back, shockingly. Maybe not Blake Trinan, but. And you're just going to watch. Will Smith took batting practice yesterday. He's been out for a while. He's been on the 60-day DL. These guys are just going to start coming back, and then, weirdly enough, they're going to start peaking at the end of the year, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I really don't. They know what they're doing. They know when to peak. They know when to turn it on, and it's worked. I see zero reason other than just some sort of generational, everybody gets, maybe they get the flu. Everybody gets cold at the same time. Other than that, they're just so far above and beyond talent level to pretty much every other team, dude. So no, I do not. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Russell Westbrook is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
You okay?
Getting through it. Who else currently playing is also getting in for sure?
Okay.
Easy one right at the beginning.
I did some research. So here's who is in. And by the way, this is if they never played another game again. LeBron, Steph, KD, Jokic, Giannis, Harden, Russ, Dame, Kawhi, Anthony.
Maybe.
Which one? Oh, Kawhi?
Yeah.
Well, I can't account for that, but you're right. Anthony Davis. I would also throw in, so that's like the lockety-lock super locks, like happening. I would probably also throw in, I know it's kind of a joke now, but Paul George, Kyrie, Shea, SGA, Draymond, Clay, and Luka. I think I would throw them in. They're getting in. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I looked it up. There's actually 30 players that, according to several different sites, have over a 50% chance of getting in. From number 30, Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Kyle Lowry. Kevin Love's actually a really interesting case study on this because he's got a resume when it comes to like a lot of the stuff you need to have to get in the Hall of Fame. Like he's not, the greatest scorer, rebounder of all time or anything like that, but he's a 5-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion.
Gold medalist, thank you. I think he gets in, but it's going to be one of those like third ballot weak year type of things, but I think he gets in. DeMar DeRozan, I think, will get in. Donovan Mitchell will get in. Who has a 90% chance of getting in? And it's not that it doesn't surprise me. It's just I don't know why I feel like he hasn't been in the league that long, but he has. Karl Anthony Towns, especially after the title. 6-time All-Star, NBA champion, Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-NBA third team. I didn't know he played basketball for the Dominican Republic. I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't know that. Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, and Jimmy Butler. Those are the 30 players. Now, when you go to the top 40, hey, you know who number 37 is, right ahead of Julius Randle, Bradley Beal, and Chris Middleton? Your boy De'Aaron Fox. Currently a 29% chance of getting in. A lot more career to go. Come on, waiting for it. I know, he's looking. It's going to happen. Searching. Come on.
Fragile ego,
there you go.
Fragile body, weak mind, weak spirit.
I have been paying a lot of attention to De'Aaron Fox, and coming out of the weekend, Maybe you should be paying more attention to Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, you're saying for giving crap to people?
Yeah.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. That's awfully reflective of you, Chris.
I need to hate a different person more.
Yes. It's not like Fox wanted to suck. Currently, Victor Wembanyama has a 40% chance of making the Hall of Fame, which is ahead of Bam Adebayo and Jamal Murray. But he is just behind with a 44% chance, Domantas Sabonis, who happens to be 2% behind Jalen Brunson and Pascal Siakam. So the top 30 that are over 50%, Sabonis is 33, Fox is 37. So there's actually not a non-zero chance that the Beam team had at least 2 Hall of Famers on it. In their prime. Which would be more than, would it be more than the 02 team? Chris is the only one in the Hall of Fame from that team, correct?
Vladdy.
Oh, and Vladdy, that's right.
But that was more for him.
That was, international contributions and all that. Not to poo-poo that, by the way, just saying. All right. Thirst for Madness. Question 3.
Question 3.
In the ESPN Future Power Rankings, the Niners are 14th and the Raiders are 25th. Did they get it right?
So I thought this was kind of cool. I like this type of stuff. Future Power Rankings, which, of course, who the hell knows? But it's always nice when you see some research put behind it. It's how are they going to look from the 27, 28, 29 seasons, the next 3 years after this one. A 100 grade gives you an A+, which is elite, perfect score. 50 and below is disastrous. What I thought was interesting is at number 1, including, by the way, the most important position on the team, being the most important position in sports, quarterback, having a rank of 16th. At number 1, the Seattle Seahawks with an 88.7, just because they're so damn young. The Eagles, Lions, Broncos, and Rams round out your top 5. If you're wondering where the 49ers are, the 49ers are at 14th with a score of 82.4. Now, keep in mind, first is 88, 14th is 82, so there's a lot of mushing together there. I actually don't. At first, I went 14th. You're high. But in the spirit of what they're doing, all they can really do is look at the roster as it is right now and extrapolate for the future. And they make some good points. They've got Kyle Shanahan, who is an offensive genius. The defense has an average age of 26.2 years old. It's amongst the youngest in the league. The problem is the average age of the team is 30.8 years, which is the highest in the league. Think about that. They have one of the youngest defenses in the league, but their overall age is the highest. That must tell you that the offense is basically getting AARP. By the way, Denver's second in overall age at 29. I wouldn't have guessed that. Trent Williams is 38. Juszczyk is 35. Evans is 32. Kittle is 32, coming off an Achilles tear. They don't even mention Christian McCaffrey being 30 or 31 or whatever the hell he is. The thing is that it wouldn't be fair in writing this article. They can't account for the money that they will have, the fact that Shanahan and Lynch always seem to pull off, whether it's drafting or mostly trades, free agents, people want to play there. I think if you were able to factor in past performance on acquisition, especially once these guys retire and that frees up a ton of money, yeah, I would have put them higher, but they can't do that. I think based on the roster as is right now, I'd probably put. I think give or take, I'd put them there. Now, what interests me, though, probably even more than that, is you scroll all the way down. First off, they put the New York Giants at 22nd. I get it, but you've got Jackson Dart. You have Cam Scadaboo, who looks great. You've got Malik Neighbors coming back. You have Abdul Carter. I mean, they've got a lot of talent there, and they've also got a lot of money to work with. I don't necessarily agree with that. I also don't know about the Vegas Raiders being at 25. And I think the big problem there is that they have the quarterback position ranked at 18 because they just don't know what the hell Fernando Mendoza is yet. But you have Fernando Mendoza and Brock Bowers, who is absolutely elite at his positions, only going to get better. I think they got the right coach, or at least a better coach for that situation, Clint Kubiak, than they did with Pete Carroll. Max Crosby is aging. That is absolutely correct. But the Raiders have the youngest. It's like the opposite. I mean, it is the opposite of the Niners. They have the youngest starting offense in the NFL this season. The only player over 27 is Colton Miller, their left tackle. So you got Mendoza locked up for the foreseeable future on a rookie contract. They're going to have some monies freed up as well over the next 3 years. I don't imagine Crosby's going to play that long. I don't agree with that at all. I think I'm a lot more comfortable with the Niners being 14th than I am the Raiders being 25th. I absolutely have the Raiders on a really good path right now. I think if they keep doing that, what they've been doing, I think they'll be in a good spot. 916-339-1140. Real quick before we go to break, Dave, you lost me on Paul George being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Well, first off, as we've illustrated before, he's the most valuable player in the history of the league when you look at who he's been traded for. Secondly, guys, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He hasn't won a championship. 9-time All-Star, All-NBA first team once, 5-time third team All-NBA, 2-time All-First Team defense, 2-time All-Defense second team, steals leader in 2019, most improved player in 2013, gold medalist. I'm not the biggest Paul George guy either, but look, you gotta speak truth, and Paul George is 100% a first ballot Hall of Famer. And by the way, he's still got. That's not counting what, if anything, he does with the Sixers this year, too. God forbid they win a title, but still, we'll take a break. When we come back, the greatest debut ever, Giants and A's, Brock Purdy, Niner notes. We got a lot to talk about. We'll get to next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow! Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard. October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. Chad, what's going down for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
Summer is the best time of the year, not just for fun and adventures, but for huge savings at Hoblet. Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitudes. This is easily one of the best-looking Jeeps on the road and has the latest, greatest tech.
Ooh, I do love that latest tech. Makes the drive so much better.
But Jeep is so much more than tech. Right now, you can save up to $10,800 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Gladiator Sports. It's the best of both worlds. A little Jeep and a little truck for whatever you need to get done.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,500 total net savings on new Jeep Cherokee and $10,800 total net savings on new Jeep Gladiator after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade and $500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 Cherokees at this net savings, 3 Gladiators. VIN number 175877, 175870, 175871. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for
In the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The I'm Stupid award goes to me. Why am I talking about Paul George and Philly, dude? Catch up, Dave. Thank you, Danny. Also, we're doing Who's Hot, Who's Not coming up at 8:43, just over an hour. Early Who's Not. Our big boss. Oh. Guy's been hurt in the last couple weeks. Poor guy. Be like, hey, man, did you try that Theragun? It's something in his, I thought it was in his back. I hope he doesn't mind me talking about this. Too late. And then he just told me he's got a cracked rib or something in his back. Ugh. What a gamer, dude. Rolling around for 2 weeks just thinking you tweaked your back, you got a broken rib. Which sucks because we got our big media day final golf this Wednesday. Playing 18 instead of 9.
Golf.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh, man. Jason's missing the big finale?
He is. By the way, Jason Ross will be back a week from today in 4 more shows.
Maybe.
I think we finally reached the pinnacle, dude. Somebody on the text line at 916-339-1140 is upset that we talked about sports in the last segment and followed up with a food question. We want to learn about the best mustard, or he wants to know about the best mustard to put on a hot dog. It depends on your taste, dude. Can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned yellow, Goldens, no problem. I'm a Dijon guy, or a spicy brown. Grey Poupon's a little overbearing. I'm just tasting mustard at that point, not as much hot dog. But I would invite everybody to my two favorite deluxe dogs, if you'll call it that, which is just anything beyond mustard, relish, onions, sauerkraut, any of the normals. I would say a Chicago dog, which is kind of a combo of mustard, tomato, celery, salt, sport pepper. You can look it up. But I really like this, and Chris, you're going to hate this, but I really like Seattle dog.
Gross.
Yeah. Cream cheese and jalapenos. Oof. Have you ever had one?
Nope. You have to go to Seattle to get
What if I made you one, but we just called it the Sacramento dog?
Oh, even worse, because I know it's a Seattle dog. Sacramento wouldn't make something that awful.
What about this?
What would a Sacramento dog be?
Golden Retriever. What would a Sacramento? Well, we got the gold with the mustard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Sacramento dog. Here we go. I'll give you Sacramento dog. Bacon. Because bacon and hot dog go great together because you can never have enough nitrates. Bacon, cream cheese, spicy barbecue sauce.
No. That's not a Sacramento dog.
Well,
That's a Carmichael dog.
It's a Carmichael dog, okay. I don't know what a Sacramento dog has in it, but I do know this. You'll be really excited during the first bite, and then halfway through the hot dog, you just want it all to be over. And then at the end, all the other hot dogs will go to the playoffs, and you'll just be watching
You're
them.
talking about a Sacramento Kings dog.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, I know. A Sacramento dog has to be a dog that when anybody hears about it anywhere else, they think it sounds disgusting. And we're cool with that because we know that it's actually a really good hot dog.
Like it's called like a trash can dog.
Yeah. It would have not this, but it would have to be something like, dude, you put peanut butter and jelly on it. It'd have to be one of those things that sounds insane.
But it works.
Like, yo, dude, peanut butter, Cheez-Its, and jalapenos. It's insane.
We'll get a San Francisco dog, a Lake Tahoe dog. And ours will be in the middle.
God, Lake Tahoe dog would have to be like, it would have to give you like this refreshing feeling. I don't know why I keep going to cream cheese, but like cream cheese, cilantro, and lime. Something like that where it's like, oh, well, that's a refreshing hot dog.
I would try that hot dog.
Dave, I'm going to Seattle for the Niners game in early October. Birthday present from the wife. Any recommendation spots to check out? Oh, the main question is
Portland.
The main question, I guess, would be if you've ever been there before. If you've never been there before, depending on what you're into, of course you got to go to the fish market. Just realize everything's super expensive.
There's a good pierogi shop there.
At the fish market, yeah. Go watch them throw some fish around. That's always, just so you can say you did it. You got to go to the gum wall. It's disgusting, but it's a good place to take photos. And then again, if I don't know what you're into, but their music museum, if you will, which I forget what it's called, but it's got a statue of Chris Cornell out front. They got a lot of classic. We were talking about Hendrix earlier. They got a lot of classic stuff from Hendrix, but also like Kurt Cobain's sweater that he wore in the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, like stuff like that. I would check that out. And then, honestly, this is going to sound really stupid, dude, and then we'll move on. If you're going to Seattle for the first time, or if you're going to Seattle and you've never done this, and it's a really cheap thing to do that I think is awesome, go look at the ferry schedules. Take a couple ferries. Just take a ferry to Bremerton or Bainbridge or Vashon. There's a number of islands where you can get like a really cool view, especially coming in of Seattle, especially if you come back in the evening. But you can go to these different islands, and they've got all kinds of cool stuff out there. When we go out there, we always stay on Vashon Island. They got a little movie theater. You're going to need to get around, but you can, if you're renting a car, you can drive right onto the ferry, park your car, and then go, hang out on the ferry, have a little bowl of clam chowder and sit outside, and you get a really cool view of everything, and it's honestly pretty cheap compared to, everything else. So that's what I would do. And if you're there for long, the only other thing I can think of is the Boeing Museum in Everett is pretty good. From the 916, Sacramento dog would have to have crispy onion straws on it, the golden ones. Okay, so we're on the golden here. Casper's dogs are the best. They're skinny, long, and have that snap when you bite into one. There's a joke there. I'm not going to say it. But you are correct. Casper's, definitely the best ones you can get in the store, I think. I agree with you. Oh, God. Damn it. There's a pack of dogs. They're huge, and they have that snap that my mom used to get at this, Greek or Russian market in Carmichael. Damn it. What are those called? So good. Sauteed peppers and onions, Monterey Jack cheese, dog wrapped in bacon. It's a pretty Yeah, it's a pretty damn good dog, dude. That's a good dog. Brock Purdy. I don't know how old this is, but I just saw it for the first time, so back off. He had a conversation about making it to the NFL. And what you got to do once you get there. I thought this was. It's always nice to hear him opine, if you will. I really do like him. He seems like a good human. Here he is. It's really where talent ends, and you got to use your brain and other stuff.
Everybody in the NFL as a starter, even second string guys, they're the best in the world at what they do. And you can have a great team in college, be surrounded by a great supporting cast. All these SEC schools that recruit great and they got great teams and they win national championships. And I'm not knocking them for that. That's awesome. Keep doing that. But when it comes to the NFL, dude, you're playing against the best of the best at every position. And so with that being said, it's how do you separate yourself? The talent, everybody's so talented and you got to be talented to play. Yes. But at the end of the day, man, it's coming down to the mental part of the game of processing quickly, making the right decisions over and over and over. Kittle told me my rookie year, I'm like, dude, so what is it? And he goes, have you heard that Marshawn Lynch quote about you're going to get got, but you need a got more than the other guy or something like that? It's whoever can.
That sounds like a Marshawn Lynch thing.
Yeah. I was like, huh? And so I listened and I thought about it, and he goes, Brocky, he's like, at the end of the day, you just got to be more consistent than the guy across from you and do better longer. They're going to make great plays. You're going to be, but who can do it the longest, mentally, physically, all of it together?
Interesting, I thought. I think the headline from that really says it all, which is kind of crazy. Talent stops being the separator once you get to that level. And it really is. I saw this, they've been out for a while. You've probably seen them, but I saw this Excel spreadsheet the other day going around that showed your percentage chance of doing everything from going Division 3, 2, 1, and professional in every sport. And it was just ridiculous. When you get to baseball, basketball, and football, it's just stupid. You're talking low single-digit percentages out of, 1 million plus football players every year in the college rankings, or in high school, I should say. And I think there's something to what Purdy says that we lose perspective of because we don't have that perspective. We all grew up playing Little League, or we all grew up playing basketball, or both in school. And you know what? When you unless you're playing at the highest level of high school, I guess, there's always that weak spot on the team. There's always that kid who's 4'11" playing catcher, and he's an easy out. Everybody moves in when he comes to the plate, that type of thing. Like Chris. But when you get to the majors, everyone's the best. And it's so funny how we'd be like, dude, that guy sucks. Well, it's all relative because pick who you think sucks. In whatever sport you like or that comes into your brain right now, think of a guy that you think sucks. This guy is terrible at this sport. Wait. No, he's not. He's in the top 1% of 6 billion people on Earth. You take the worst, think of the worst Okay, I don't know why this just came into my head because he's certainly not the worst. But I thought of Simbalar. Okay, if you put Simbalar right now in any gym, any whatever in the country, he's dominating. Even if you said, hey, dude, you can't get within 3 feet of the basket. So, because everyone's thinking, well, dude, 7'7". Nah. Say he can't get within 5 feet of the basket. He's just going to be nailing jumpers. Probably not jumpers, more like tiptoers, but you get my point. Marvin Bagley sucks. No, he doesn't. Hasheem Thabeet probably right now. I don't even know how old he is. But a famous number 2 pick bust for the Memphis Grizzlies. Hasheem Thabeet would dominate. I got to make sure he's still with us. But you get my point. Michael Olowokandi. We just don't see these guys up close. And I think that's a lot of what Purdy's point is like, dude, everybody in the NFL is the best of the best of the best at their position. They're top 30 in the entire world, give or take, at their position. So we're all uber talented. We're all uber talented. You're not here if you don't have elite of elite talent. It's, are you studying? Do you know the playbook? Do you have a good head on your shoulders? Are you good in the clutch? Are you making the right reads or whatever your position is? We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, the greatest debut in baseball history happened over the weekend. We've got the audio, but then it begs the question, but what player had the best debut ever in the major American sports? We'll talk about all that next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone. Dial #2 50 and say grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say grow my business and let us help take you to the next level.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back. On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Yeah, Bronny James. That's one. Say what you want about Bronny James from an NBA standpoint, but he is very, very, very good at basketball. And you know, we don't make that distinction enough with these athletes. Like they can suck from a NBA point of view or Major League Baseball or whatever your sport is, but they don't suck at the sport. Much like, imagine being Joshua Baez. You're 23 years old. You're making your Major League debut. Oh, by the way, in one of the oldest rivalries in sports, Cubs-Cardinals, you're playing for the Cards. Oh, and you're at Wrigley Field, arguably the most famous ballpark in the world. And the first pitch you see, you mash. But it didn't end there. Here's a compilation, a TV and radio play-by-play.
And here comes
You're gonna enjoy this.
Big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump that the Cardinals have been waiting for. This is the future. We're getting a chance to see it here. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot, the first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
Welcome to the show.
I think he's going to like wearing that chain.
The pitch. He swings, and he hits it high.
That's his radio.
Deep to center field. That's back. That's a goner. The first swing in the big leagues.
If you haven't figured it out, it's going to be the TV and then the radio play-by-play for the Cardinals networks.
How about that? Joshua Baez goes yard. All Pete Crow Armstrong could do was turn around and wave it goodbye to the bleachers.
What a great moment as Baez is all smiles rounding third base. He is jacked, and the Cardinals dugout is so energetic right now. This is going to really boost this Cardinals team, his presence, but if he can keep doing that, even more so. And what a nice moment for Joshua Baez.
Swing and a drive down the line. Did he do it again? That ball is gone.
Number 2.
He's got 2 homers. From 0-2 to a full count, and then the grand tour.
4-3 Cardinals. What a moment. He didn't see fastballs in this one. It was nothing but off speed. The home run was on the changeup down 3-2. This dude is bringing some life to this offense. What about his family? Over 30 family and friends in attendance here at Wrigley Field.
The 3-2 delivery. Changeup, and that's hammered down the left field line towards the corner. He did it again! Are you kidding me? A 3-2 pitch, and he hammers it into the bleachers in left field. Baez has homered twice here today, and the Cardinals take a 4-3 lead. Unbelievable. I can't wait for him to bat again.
Okay. So Joshua Baez hit a home run, the very first pitch of his major league career. He followed it up with a home run. That's already one of the great debuts of all time. But, yup, it got better.
Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. It is gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez. Major League history at Wrigley Field. Maybe for the first time in my professional life, I am speechless.
Well, Jim, you've
really.
been doing this a long time and have seen so many special things and so many firsts, but an opportunity here with Joshua Baez to see history. The first ever player to homer in 3 straight plate appearances to begin his major league career.
The pitch. A swing, and there's a drive, and that's hit well to right field. That's deep to right. That ball is gone. That ball is gone. Unbelievable. 3 at-bats in the big leagues. 3 home runs for Joshua Baez. A 3-run lead for the Cardinals. He is homer to center, homer to left, homer to right. Oh, my goodness.
You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Left field, center field, right field. No doubters, too, by the way. Those are home runs just about anywhere. Have a day, young man.
Can you imagine? He had 30 family members there. Nah, look, man, I got a son. I wouldn't have been able to see the second and third home runs because my eyes would have been shut and red from the bawling like a baby I would have done watching my kid hit a major league home run his first. Hell, any major league home run, much less his first at bat, first pitch. and then he hits 3. At what somebody took a picture of the scoreboard at one point, and it was like it was Joshua Baez career numbers, batting 1,000, 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. I think he had 4 or 5 RBI. My goodness gracious! And now it's all downhill from here. I mean, it's got to be, right? Can't do that every game. I'll tell you this much. If he does that every game of his career, he's going to be the greatest baseball player of all time. Move aside Shohei Ohtani. Move aside Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds. Hit about 400 home runs a year. Probably a record. Now, probably. Chris, I want to play a game of King of the Hill style game with you. So, because I wrote down some other debuts in our American sports here. And I want you to tell me when I get to it if that was a better debut. Or if our guy stays at the top here. By the way, 0-5 yesterday. I don't even know if this counts because it's so hard because of the era and everything surrounding it. But Wilt Chamberlain in his rookie debut had 43 points and 28 rebounds.
But I want to say that's before 3 seconds in the key.
Yeah.
It's also when the key looked like a keyhole.
It's like an asterisk. Juan Marichal retired the first 19 batters he faced and threw a complete game 1-hit shutout with 12 strikeouts.
That's crazy.
That's pretty insane. I had forgotten about this. And a lot of people never realized this when he played, but former Florida State University quarterback Anquan Bolden, in his debut, had 10 catches for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's insane. Here you go. This one's for Dwayne in our chat. Austin Matthews in 2016 had 4 goals in his first NHL game, and I think I read he had a hat trick in the first 23 minutes. And then finally, Jason Jennings made his debut in 2001. He threw a complete game shutout. That's pretty good. He was also 3 for 5 with a home run. It's pretty nice. Nice debuts. I confined this to American sports because I had a feeling you or somebody else in the chat would be like, well, Fernando Kipke of Real Madrid at,
Erling Haaland in his debut
there
for
we go.
Dortmund scored a hat trick in 20 minutes coming in as a substitute.
Is that better than 4 goals in your first NHL start?
No, 4 goals is more than 3.
That's true. We'll take a break when we come back. We haven't looked at the Kings schedule yet. Let's take a look at the Kings schedule. I'm not a big schedule guy because whatever. But I'll try to not snark my way through it. We'll look at some stuff next.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Mostly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 60s to get things started. We'll see partly sunny skies with highs near 90 this afternoon. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always breathed like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
As I told Chris, it's 8 a.m., time for some beef jerky.
No joke.
Uh-huh.
Has to be the best I've had before.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
This is so good.
Really? Oh, that makes me feel so good. That's awesome. Oh. Look at that. You know, I just want to live on that compliment for a second. That's fantastic. I guess that's a little chewy, but I think beef jerky is supposed to be chewy. I don't like tender beef jerky. Is that okay?
Can I say that?
Can I say that? I want beef jerky to kind of, I don't want it to be gum. I want to chew on it for a while. Maybe park it between the cheek and gum. Also, shout out to beef jerky. Actually, shout out to jerky, because it's also like one of the best ways to eat meat you wouldn't normally eat, or that maybe you're not a huge fan of. Like, I've had turkey jerky before. I'm good with turkey, but it's not my favorite meat. Super good. I'm a little intimidated to make chicken jerky just because it doesn't make sense to me that I can cook it and then leave it out and, you know, leave it in a Ziploc bag and it lasts. I always feel like I don't know why. I know beef jerky can last forever. I had salmon jerky once. That's cool. But I know there's a lot of people, too, that'll do, like, if I was ever going to eat deer, or venison, as you call it, it would probably be in jerky format.
I had venison sausage in Croatia.
Probably pretty good, right?
Dish, Strukli.
Was it good?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll bet you it was really good. My dad went on a hunting trip in Wyoming once and brought an antelope back, and he made antelope jerky. That was pretty good. I don't remember hating that as a kid. From the 916, I recently became pescatarian. Mushroom jerky is mushroom jerky. What is this? That sounds interesting because mushroom has kind of a meaty taste to it. Interesting. Here we go from the 408. See, this is where I love you guys. Mount Jerky more. Beef, Costco turkey jerky, herky jerky, and the Jerky Boys. Little weak on the Costco turkey jerky one. I will accept the other three. There's got to be another jerky. Jerky. Or maybe there isn't. Is there a fourth jerky other than beef, herky, and boys? We'll think about that. King's schedule's out. Came out last week. The King's schedule's a lot like draft grades for me. You know, it's just, I don't want to be too snarky about it. It's like, yeah, they play 41 on the road, 41 at home. It all evens out. And there's truth to that, but there's nuance.
I will be snarky. The NFL schedule release, when they have like different things for all the teams that they're playing and stuff, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
For the NBA, it doesn't work. You're playing every single team, so it's not like there's a surprise or anything in there. Or
I think the best one I saw was they showed Damian Lillard hitting like 32 threes in a row, and then every time he hit a three on the scoreboard behind him was like it would say the Kings. Here's the dates we played. It is difficult to do. There is some nuances within the games themselves or within the schedule itself that I do think is worth looking at. And with the Kings, there's definitely some wonkiness, if you will, to their schedule. And let me point out the wonks, if you will. Let me see here. All right. So, headlines. They have 14 back-to-backs, 2 separate 5-game road trips. Their longest homestand is 7 games. 11 of their 14 games in November are at home. Here's where it gets weird. They have 17 games in January. And of those 17, they have an absolutely absurd 5 back-to-backs. 10 of those 17 January games are on the road. In March, they have a 5-game Eastern trip, 5 games in 7 nights. Now, look, that happens, but oof. They have the 5th most travel mileage totals. They're traveling the 5th most in the league. Which, look, when you're a coastal team, that's generally going to happen, especially in California where everything's stretched out. When Seattle comes back, they'll lead the league every year, especially if Portland moves, which we hope they do not. So from the positive standpoint, from November 4th through November 18th, they play their 7-game homestand. That's the Lakers, Spurs, Heat, Magic, Blazers, Thunder, Suns. 11 at home, 3 on the road. And the 3 road games are the Lakers on the 20th, the Warriors on the 25th, and they have that Dallas game very, very early in the month. That's the first game of November, November 2nd. At Dallas, and that's coming off a 4-game road trip. So after they get back from Dallas the night of the 2nd or early morning on the 3rd, they don't leave California for almost an entire month. That's fantastic. So if they're trying to bank wins, build early confidence, be a surprise team, that would be around when they do it. Not only that, but some of these teams they're playing, which may be good to better, but just saying they're not the world beaters. Portland, Memphis, New Orleans, Memphis again, Dallas, Orlando, Portland again. Like, there's some chances to win some games there. And you'd better, like if you're somebody, as I've said, that's taking the over on the 21.5, you better hope they have about 10 of those. Well, no, you better hope they have about more than 10 by January 1st, because then it gets just stupid. As I said, 17 games in 30 days in January, 10 of those 17 on the road, and 5 back-to-backs. 5 back-to-backs in 1 month. January 2nd to 3rd, Phoenix and OKC back-to-back. Chicago and then the Knicks, 7th to the 8th, back-to-back. Clippers, Portland back-to-back in the middle of the month. How about this back-to-back? Well, I guess this is at home. Never mind. Lakers, Milwaukee. That's fine. It's okay. I was looking at that going, wait a minute, dude. That's not right. And then at Philly, at Washington, 27th and 28th. That's 5 back-to-backs in 27 days. That is stupid. One of them is a home road back-to-back, too. Clippers and Sac, Blazers and Portland. But honestly, I mean, that's an hour-plus flight.
And the Kings always get that Clippers home and road back-to-back.
And you know what? Let me see here, because this seems to happen every year. Let me check out their, I'm assuming, 2 games in Denver. Nope, that one's Friday in L.A. against the Lakers, and then Monday at Denver. Where's their other at Denver? Do they have another at Denver? Do they only have one game in Denver this year? Well, that's interesting. It seems like every single year, yeah, I think they just got the one game in Denver. Okay. Because it does seem that every year Denver's like the last game of a 4-game road trip or a 5-game road trip, and it's a back-to-back where they play somebody else and then they go in and they play at Denver. I swear to God, that's happened every year since 1985, so. Their first monster road trip, January 22nd, it begins at Lakers, at Denver, at Philly, at Washington, at Detroit. So LA to Denver, Denver to Philly, Philly to Washington on a back-to-back, Washington to Detroit. So they cross the country there, and they do Philly, Washington, Detroit in 5 days. But March might actually be worse. At Boston on the 16th, and then a back-to-back at New York against the Knicks on the 17th. Then they play at Toronto, and that's the customs in and out crap. Brooklyn 2 days later, and then it's back-to-back at Brooklyn, at Chicago. 5 games, 7 nights, 5 cities, 2 back-to-backs. I mean, I guess technically 4 cities if it's, New York and Brooklyn, but whatever. That's Manhattan and Brooklyn. Kind of a sneaky, nasty sequence, February 9th to 14th. They're at Milwaukee February 9th, which also middle of winter, which can be all kinds of issues. Then they're off on the 10th. Then they're at Houston, off on the 12th. Then back-to-back Indiana and Atlanta. Milwaukee to Houston to Indy to Atlanta is a terrible route. Think about it. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, North Country, down south to Houston, then back to the middle of the country with the Colts, the Pacers, then all the way southeast to Atlanta, then you come back home. And let's see, how much time do they have off? Oh, okay, they got a Monday, Tuesday before they play Indiana at home Wednesday.
Is Halliburton mad? That's not national television.
Oh, he definitely is. By the way, right after the All-Star break. Now, I always like when they open on the road after an All-Star break because it gives you a little extra travel time. But they're at Cleveland on the 25th, at Memphis on the 27th, and then back-to-back at Charlotte on the 28th. Before coming home, you're going to arrive early in the morning on Monday, come back, and then you play the next night, but at least it's home against Washington. So it doesn't get soft post-All-Star to reacclimate. But again, November 4th through the 2nd of December, they play a pretty crazy amount at home. The only travel during that stretch at Lakers, at Warriors, at Phoenix. That's a very low travel month. But it's definitely uneven. We can't account for 2 games. Can't account for 2 games. Those are going to be those NBA Cup schedule games. They are at Phoenix December 2nd, and then they host the Pelicans December 13th. Then here's how they end the season, guys. Season will end April 11th, barring playoffs. Hey, look, you got to throw that out there, man. March 29th, they host the Nuggets. Then they go to Minnesota and play the Timberwolves. Then to Dallas to play the Mavs. Home for Golden State. At San Antonio. At the Rockets. By the way, that's a back-to-back. Home Dallas. And they end the season at the Clippers. 8 games, 14 days, 6 different cities. They play San Antonio and Houston back-to-back, fly home for Dallas, and then immediately go to Southern California for the Clippers. So to sum it all up, November 11 to 14 are at home. And those 3 are either California or Dallas on the road. January, 10 of 17 on the road, 5 back-to-backs. That's got to be amongst the most brutal months in the NBA. And then 5 games on the road in 7 nights from March 16th to the 22nd. So you get a lot of Kings basketball then. October to November, easily the easiest stretch of schedule for the team. December, decent, but you got the NBA Cup stuff. January, is by far the worst schedule. A lot of travel in February, but a little bit easier teams. March, they're on the East Coast a bunch. That's that big 5-game East Coast road trip. And then they're all over the place as they finish the year. At Minnie, at Dallas, home Golden State, at San Antonio, at Houston, home Dallas, at LA. So they're moving. They're living out of a suitcase that whole last half month. So we've learned these lessons before. We really have. Schedule, because some of these teams we think are going to be good aren't going to be as good as we think. And some of these teams that we think are going to be bad are not going to be as bad as we think. On top of that, we'll see some good teams having bad stretches. We'll see some bad teams having good stretches. We'll see some good teams having injury issues. We'll see some bad teams and or good teams getting healthy right when we play them. That always happens.
Are the Sixers actually worse with LeBron on the team?
Right. We'll see it all. So you can't just go in there and count wins, as much as I'd love to fill time doing that. But what you can do and what will be a constant will be the travel. I would say this. Look, this team might just be abjectly terrible and win, 3 games. I don't think they will be. So my guess is this. We'll be sitting somewhere around December 2nd. And let's see, how many we got there? 5, 10, 15, 20. It's 20 games into the season. I think we'll be, and I can't account for injuries and stuff, but I think if we're relatively healthy, it's not outlandish to think this team come December may be circling 500. You got a lot of home games. And you got some beatable teams in there. But we're going to have to, and that's when it's going to be very difficult as a radio show host, because let's say that happens. Let's say the Kings are 10-10. Hell, let's say the Kings are 12-10. December 2nd, when they go to Phoenix to play the Suns. And then they come home, by the way, and play New Orleans. They play New Orleans, Phoenix, and New Orleans. They play New Orleans and Phoenix right before, and then you got the NBA Cup, and then New Orleans again, December 13th. Well, that's a stretch. As a matter of fact, weirdly enough, they play New Orleans 4 times this year. Here's an anomaly I didn't catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the space of 5 games between November 30th and December 30th, not counting the Cup games, in the space of 5 games, they play New Orleans 3 times. That's strange.
You have anything to do with that?
2 of them are on the road.
Yeah, that might be a game to look at, Kings fans, because you're talking about the ticket offerings.
Oh, I'm getting those all over the place, dude. I really am. My guy that I signed up with years ago is his name's. I don't want to blow him up. It's just trying to do it. Let's see. I got this July 10th. Floor seat summer package. Summer league package. 10 Pelicans games of your choice. Floor seats in row 2. A Nike Pelicans dry fit polo. And Chairman's Club access. $15,000 a pair. Not each. Per pair. That's pretty crazy. And when it comes to courtside seats, I mean, you can get, we said this last year. Now, when the year hasn't started yet, they're always going to drive the prices up a little bit. But even before the season starts, oh boy, that's actually for both. Okay, sorry, $13,000, and they have a package of 10 games that you can sit courtside for $13,000 for 2 tickets. So you're talking about, let's call it $6,500 per ticket. That's $650 a game per ticket for a courtside, which I know that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I'm telling you though, that's probably less than half of what the league average is if you're what they call on the wood. If your feet are on the wood of the courtside, not courtside junior where it's, row 2, row 3, AA, whatever. Now, on the wood. And all the stuff that comes with it. Remember, you get your own special parking right by the entrance. You get to go to whatever version of Chairman's Club. The Kings have what's called the Row 1 Club. And I've been told the food in there is amazing.
I don't think I had. I had sushi there.
In the Row 1 Club? Yeah, they have sushi.
But I do know that they have cook to order things as well.
Yeah, it's as I've been told, it's sit down. It's a sit down menu in Row 1 Club. So and their choices are generally, they're different. There's like a vegetarian option, and then there's like a salmon, and then there's almost always a steak. I think they might have a burger in there too. And then they have the buffet, and the buffet has like crab, shrimp, sushi, and then at halftime there's all kinds of cakes and cookies and stuff. And then they have these shelves as you leave the Row 1 Club. I think they do in the Lexus Lounge too. Where they give you a little bag, you can take little boxes of popcorn, bags of candy, and in the Row 1 Club, it's not like just those little peppermints. No, dude, it's like king size peanut and regular M&Ms, junior mint, all that stuff. Anyways,
also you've got soccer brain, because the Kings are at home for 2 of the 3.
Oh.
Nope. I've got.
It's stupid.
No. I'm right.
No, you're right. They are home for. Did I say 2 are on the road? Excuse me. Yeah, they're on the road October 29th against New Orleans.
For those that don't know, and it's the beginning of the soccer season for both Dave and I.
Yeah.
Is they do the opposite, where the home game is the first,
and
the away team is the second,
and
then it messes with your brain when you're looking at the schedules.
And by the way, I know this is a little sacrilege as we break here. I think they got it right.
I think so too.
I think
someone's like, well, what do you mean? Because it's at this place. I'm like, no, it's the Kings are hosting the Pelicans.
That's right. I wouldn't want it changed because it would break my brain, but there's 3 things they do over there I have to tip my cap to. Number 1, home team first. Same thing on the score bug too. Home team is always first. It's either on the left if it's a horizontal one, or if it's a vertical bug, it's on the top. Secondly, it probably makes sense to put the day and then the month and then the year more than the other way around.
Yes. But then we no longer have Star Wars Day.
That's right. Also,
no.
But also, it's also interesting because the way we say it, we don't say, hey, it's the 17th of August, 2026. We say it's August 17th, 2026, which is why I think we do it that way. The one thing they do, and I've said this before, that they really, really, really need to bring over here, and I saw this when I was there a couple weekends ago, dude, and there's no argument against it. You're sitting at a traffic light. It's red. It doesn't go red to green. It goes red and then yellow and then green, allowing you the chance to see the yellow, get ready, and then once it hits green, you're gone. And then when it slows down, it's green, yellow, red. There's no reason for us to not do that here. Anyway, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll clean up some golf stuff over the weekend, including Scotty Scheffler, letting everybody know why he's the number 1 guy in the world. We got some other stuff to get to as well. We are going to give away tickets to go see the A's and the Twins a week from today, as a matter of fact. No, we'll do the giveaway today, but the game is a week from today. We'll be doing that today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, so stay tuned. We still got football to get to and all kinds of other stuff. We'll start that right after this.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Spot. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow! Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third-line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Need a reason to hit the range this week? Well, Hagen Oaks has too. Monday nights are happy hour all night long with special pricing on hot dogs and ice cold beer while you hit balls under the lights. Then Thursday, join the new Top Tracer competition nights. Play Pebble Beach, compete in closest to the pin, long drive, and more with fun interactive games for every skill level. Grab your friends and make Hagen Oaks your weeknight destination. Visit HagenOaks.com for more details. Hagen Oaks Driving Range, more games, more laughs, more reasons to play.
Folsom Chevy is truck country, where great deals and a wide selection of new Silverado half-ton pickup trucks rolls through August with a 0% financing offer. Swing by the Folsom Auto Mall or go to folsomchevy.com to find out more. Folsom Chevy, together let's drive.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me, they calmed me down, they made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older? And you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me.
Everybody does Mount Rushmores. We try to do ours frequently and usually about stupid things, like the one we had earlier today might have been amongst our dumbest Mount Rushmores. But Genghis Khan was on it, so thanks to Aaron in the chat. I was during the break. I was like, well, could you do a Mount Rushmore or Mount Rushmores? No, there's only one. But then I started thinking, I was like, well, wait, hold on a second. Why is it called Mount Rushmore? I'd never really looked. And the answer is dumber than I thought. Now, I want to acknowledge and then put aside for the sake of this conversation that there are certainly the Lakota might have issues with what we call Mount Rushmore, and I acknowledge it. I'm aware of it. That's not what this is about. Chris, do you happen to know why it's called Mount Rushmore?
I do not.
Okay.
Because they're going to be rushing more to this mountain
Yeah.
to see these faces.
Because then presidents are on there. In 1885, some lawyer from New York was visiting the Black Hills of what is now South Dakota on a business trip. He asked the local guide what the granite peak was called, and he was reportedly told it didn't have a widely recognized name. The guide turned apparently to the lawyer, Charles E. Rushmore, and said, "Hey, we should start calling it Rushmore." The name stuck, and over time, it became the mountain's official name. The U.S. Board on Geographic Names, which, hey, can I just say, those guys party, dude. There's a lot going. You ever go to one of them meetings of the U.S. Board on Geographic Names, or as we call it, the USBOGN? If it was names geographic, then it would be the U.S. Bong, and that would be funny. But no, it's the U.S. Bogan. They formally recognized Mount Rushmore in 1930. Then Gutzon Borglum, and this is why you tune into the show, everybody. We all get a little smarter every day. Gutzon Borglum, between 1927 and 1941, dang, 14 years, and his team of Borglumites, I just called them that, carved the 60-foot-tall faces of G-Dub, TJ, Teddy Rose, and A.B. Lynx on there. So what we've learned is Mount Rushmore's name because some tourist lawyer was on vacation from New York and was like, "Hey, what do you call that?" Well, we should call it Mount Rushmore because your name's Rushmore. I would just like to say the following, dude. Can we, based on that and that alone and not any of the other problematic stuff that, is far more important, can we rename it? Shouldn't it be like President's Hill or something? Or Mount, I don't know. Something more befitting than why is it named Mount Rushmore? Because this dude was wondering. I don't know. I don't know, man. Here's Tyrese Halliburton.
Name any other person that you compare to my level of a basketball player, wherever you have me ranked. If they tore their Achilles and missed 16 months, do you think that game would be on national television? Yeah, you probably think so? Sure. Yeah. Do you think that game would be at home if not on national television?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that game would be at New Orleans?
Wait, what?
Oh, your first game? Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
When I saw schedule, I was like, oh, wow. Not Trey Murphy, love my boy Trey. Love New Orleans, but I was shocked to see that. But we move on.
Okay. We played that last week. Chris and I both agree.
Yeah, we move on. Halliburton's big on moving on.
Yeah, huge on moving on. Okay, so here's the thing, right? You and I agree. Oh, by the way, Mount Jerkymore guy, by the way, from the 408, says, I would like to petition to replace Costco Turkey Jerky. He said beef, herky, and jerky boys is, and I agree, that's a lock. But Costco Turkey Jerky is weak. He said, can I replace Turkey Jerky with the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin? It's not jerky. I mean, if we want to make Mount Jerkmore, that's a different show. You and I both agree, Chris, because we've disagreed on the hating of Tyrese Halliburton in the past. You and I both agree that was a little whiny. And you even said this morning, which I appreciate, it was the Christopher Laud self-awareness moment of the day, which doesn't come that often, so we can't sponsor it. You said, I think I may need to hate less on De'Aaron Fox and focus.
I didn't say less.
Well, I'm paraphrasing. That you need
I need to hate Tyrese Halliburton more.
So you're just gonna keep. So it's not like you have a hate jar of which you can only expend so much hate.
No.
You have infinite hate. You're not saying hate De'Aaron less. You're saying maybe bring Halliburton more up to his level.
I need you to open up your ears and hear this. Nobody wants you here. They never wanted you here. That whole locker room's afraid to say it. Not me. So get out.
But over the weekend, can I try to make one tiny, not impassioned, 3 toes down, not 10? I would be willing to get a mild headache on this hill. I will not die on this hill. I would get like a mild headache or a mosquito bite on this hill. That's what I'd be willing to. That's how far I'd be willing to go with this.
Flea bite?
No, dude. I'm dealing with. I'm in it right now, dude. What's the difference between Tyrese Halliburton being bent out of shape about the whole TV situation and Michael Jordan taking offense if the hotel room they stay at on the road is in the wrong colors, or somebody on the other team said in an interview 3 years ago that Jordan was one of the greatest to ever play instead of the great? Can we couch this at all in maybe athletes trying to find motivation everywhere they can find because they're competitive?
Well, I told you I got in the daily audio folder, him talking about his workout with the Warriors, which is quite interesting.
Let's hear from Tyrese Halliburton on his workout with the Golden State Warriors.
And I'll tell you my Golden State workout, that was the best workout of my life.
Really?
The best workout of my life. And I know everybody says that about their workouts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's the best workout of my life. No. It was the best workout of my life. I didn't miss. And because I went in, I was like, this is perfect. Because I know I can play in that system. Mm-hmm. And Steph wants to play off ball that allows me to have the rock. Mm-hmm. And then I can find him. I'm like, oh, this is going to be OD. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I got to have a good workout. I swear I didn't miss. And then Steve stepped in my workout and was like, he needs to do conditioning shooting. Like, we need to see a full court. And then I didn't miss again. And I was like, they're drafting me at 2. And then in the interview, they were like, we know you fit us perfect. We know you fit us perfect.
And we're going to draft the guy that doesn't.
But we don't know but they were like, we don't know if we can draft you at 2.
That still was like the politics.
Good thing they took James Wiseman.
How much of that do you believe?
I mean, I tend to believe it just because it's a story about how he had a good workout and they didn't draft him. And then on top of that, there were enough people there to where somebody would be like, no, that's not what happened. MC in the chat brings up a point that I think is worth exploring. Did the fact that Sacramento drafted him set up part of this thought process where maybe he thinks he's God's gift because we put our rookies, our lottery picks on these pedestals? Or like if you're a good team and you happen to have a lottery pick that year, you bring in, your draft pick. It's like, yeah, cool, kid, thanks. Go get me some bagels. But here it's like, I mean, we're doing it with Acuff right now. We did it with Cousins. We did it with Tyreek. It's like, welcome in, Savior. You're the greatest that's ever lived. Here's the keys to the arena. What can we do for you? We're here to help you. You're in charge of everything now. Oh, you're 19? Don't care. We want you to learn early. That's a decent point. Probably not true, but it's a decent point.
I will say when you talk about what's the difference between that and what Michael Jordan was, a lot of these stories with Michael Jordan we didn't hear until afterwards. Yeah. There wasn't social media and stuff. That would probably be something that people had a problem with Jordan to begin with just because he's the best and that's what happens. But if we heard all the time, dude, he's lying about this, he's lying about that, he's making up things to make himself better, this guy's a tool. Also, like you said, it's Michael Jordan. Like, it doesn't work if, like,
Brian Scalabrine has all these stories about his motivation. No offense. We got a break. Quick golf notes because I promised. Scotty Scheffler, after winning just one, even though he's number one, even though he came into the FedEx Cup number one, it was a weird year by his standards because he won a tournament very early in the season and then did not win again. But the playoffs start and he goes, oh, hi, remember me? I'm the long tenured world number one. 17 under par for Scheffler. That is an 8-stroke victory over Siwoo Kim. That is the largest margin of victory on the PGA Tour this year. It's a nice $3.6 million. They go to Belle Reve next week and then Atlanta. Why? And I don't know. Maybe somebody golfy can answer this for me. No offense to those courses. Why are we going to Memphis, Belle Reve, and then Atlanta to finish the year? Why are we not mixing it in like they do the U.S. Open courses? Like, wouldn't it be nice to have the final round at Pebble Beach or something like that? Valhalla. There's got to be a reason behind that. And again, no offense to those courses. I'm sure they're great courses, although that one in Memphis didn't look that great. Why can't the final three be at Pebble Beach, TPC Sawgrass, and Bethpage Black? I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason. Congratulations, by the way, even though he's from England. Florida State kid wins the amateur. That's pretty awesome. His name is Jack Whaley. He's from England, but he's currently at Florida State University, of which Brooks Koepka, amongst others, have come from. And finally, one last golf note, just because I try to keep it accessible. Jan-Han Zhu is an 18-year-old on the DP World Tour. The third round of the Danish Golf Championship. He launched a drive on the 598-yard par 5 fifth hole, and his approach shot was from 84 yards. That's because his drive went 514 yards. Now he hit it right at the fairway and it landed on the cart path and bounced on the cart path for quite a while, so Tin Cup style, but 514 yards, and he's 18. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, and we'll see what's going on. Our streak sucks right now. We'll see what's going on with streaking next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Congressman Kevin Kiley. The most important part of my job is helping the people I represent. That's why I was so honored to receive the National Award for Best Constituent Service. Here's just one of the thousands of people our office has helped.
My name's Dave. I'm a former United States Marine, Vietnam veteran. Because of the fire at the National Archive, my father, along with many other veterans, military records were destroyed. Through the efforts of the Congressman's office, I received very quickly a bronze medallion to affix to my father's grave marker. Thank you, Congressman Kevin Kiley.
As the only independent in the House of Representatives, I always put constituent service first and never ask if someone's a Democrat, Republican, or something else. If you can't get an answer from a federal agency, or if you feel you've been treated unfairly, we are here to help. This is Congressman Kevin Kiley. Visit kiley.house.gov and I'll do everything I can to help you. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Toyota's national sales event is on now. Summer isn't over yet, and neither is your chance to explore California in a Toyota. Get 3.99% APR plus 500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5, or get 2.99% APR on 2026 Tundra. Time's running out to take advantage of Toyota's national sales event before summer ends. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Cashback offer excludes Tundra TRD Pro. Ends 8/31/26.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 18, the Bears weather game.
The 1989 championship game where the San Francisco 49ers defeated the Bears 28-3 at Soldier Field, they overcame extreme cold. How about 17 degrees with minus 26 on wind chill? In 49ers lore, they call this the Bears weather game, and it was Chicago that couldn't stand the elements. After an early 61-yard Montana to Rice touchdown and then a second score between the duo put San Francisco up 14-0, the Niners never looked back. San Francisco won 28-3 as they sent Mike Ditka, Jim McMahon, and the Bears fans home cold, while San Francisco went on to the Super Bowl and won it 2 weeks later in 72-degree weather in Miami.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who's hot?
Baseball rookie hitters.
Oh.
We talked about Joshua Baez starting his career with a 3-run home run game. That's actually pretty common. Since 2001, at least, or just one MLB rookie has hit 3 home runs in a game. And in fact, last year, there was a rookie that hit 4 home runs in one game. Do you remember who that was?
A rookie that hit 4 home runs in a game. Do you have the year?
Last year. Not for his first game, just in the season.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Oh, let me guess. He plays for L.A.?
Nope.
He doesn't play for the Giants.
He does not.
The A's? Oh, Nick Kurtz.
There you go.
Derp.
Nick
Kurtz. It's pretty good. So I'm trying to figure out, like, MC and Dwayne are in our chat right now. They're already going to don't get mad at me, guys. They're always angry about, like, I wonder, I would like to give them a challenge. And I'll tell you what, I'll put my money where my mouth is. If you guys can pull this off, I will give $50 to the charity of your choice, and I will tweet, or however you want me to do it, I will post the receipt. Now, I know you trust me. I'm just saying. You name the charity. You guys have to go 2 weeks without mentioning any, and it can't just be the name. It has to be anything having to do with LeBron James or the WNBA and any perceived or otherwise inequalities or any, you know what I'm talking about. Take LeBron, the WNBA, and for MC, I'll do a for MC, I'll give you a bonus 25. I'll give you a bonus 25 on top of that, $75. You also can't bring up anything political or medical. So for MC, there's no way he can do this. Political, medical, WNBA, or LeBron James. And for Dwayne, it's just WNBA and LeBron James. Think about the charity you would pick. Think about the charity you'd pick. Think about what it could do for you, for them, for the good people of whatever it may be. I imagine MC, because of his great service to our country, would pick some sort of great military charity. I don't know what Dwayne would pick, but whatever it may be. As long as it's like, you know, it can't be like, you know, something I'd get in trouble for donating to. That's all I'm saying.
On this list.
Right? MC's saying we already said this and I didn't do it. $100 is supposed to be for what? Remind me. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying I can't remember what that was. And if I did, well, then I'll take care of that today. I remember us having a conversation about that. I need you to remind me what I proposed. And then if you did do it, and then remind me what the charity was. I'll do it today. I don't remember that. I'm always going to be good on my stuff. Who's not?
Manchester City Football Club.
Wow. You know what? Funny, because I didn't think you'd do that. I was already on the page. Ugh. Rough times for them.
They lost 3-0 yesterday to 3-0 to Arsenal yesterday, and they have not done good in the Community Shield. Their last 6 times playing in it, they are 2-4. But there is some good news.
Okay.
Of those 4 losses in the Community Shield,
yeah,
they've gone on to win the Premier League.
Wait, every time they've lost in the Community Shield, all 4 times they went on to win the Premier League?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe not as bad as we think.
But that's going to be a little bit tougher now. I mean, you thought it was rough when you lost Kevin De Bruyne. John Stones left on a free. Now Rodri's gone.
He wasn't really playing all that much last season.
Just saying. English national team guy. And now Rodri, the Ballon d'Or, the World Cup champion, gone to Spain. Yeah, Jack Grealish showed up yesterday a little bit, but that's not even your biggest loss. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me not that long ago, although it was kind of long ago. Reminds me of when David Gill and Alex Ferguson left Manchester United. You thought, well, we'll get it.
And then Ferguson told the fans, your most important job is to support the manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he was trying.
2 months in, they all wanted him gone.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Anyway. All right, hold on. Let me go back to MC here before we break.
This might have been one of the first times that Matt George has really made me laugh.
Oh, I know. I'm still logged in as Matt. Sorry. Yes,
dang it.
No, because Matt's been logged in for a while. It's just, I have to go through like 5 authentications to log in as myself. It's just easier to stay in as Matt on the YouTube chat. It was for me to not talk about politics for a day. I said the charity 3 times, and guess who only read what they wanted to read? Disabled American veterans. How much was it, MC? I remember a conversation, but I didn't remember if it was for a day or this or that or whatever. But I'll trust you. I'll trust you. Who are we if not for our word of honor? What was how much was it? And I'll pay it today. But then you got to let me know if you're in. Dwayne says he's in. No WNBA, no LeBron, no politics for 2 weeks. And he is in for the and Dwayne's charity is Tunnel to Towers. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up, but I assume it's a good charity. And MC, let me know. And it's very fair for you to say that you're in as long as once I provide. If I agreed to do something before, I'll provide proof before we start the new one. I didn't. It's bad luck, bad karma. Okay, he says $100. I said I'd donate $100 if you didn't talk politics for 1 day. That seems like a lot for a day. You sure it wasn't a week? I'll trust you. Or more than a day. It was 1 day, $100. I'm offering $50 and $75 for 2 weeks. I said $100 for 1 day. MC leaves out the fact, by the way, that he's been banned from this show 4 times. Only one of it was my doing. Chris, true or false? Who at this station fights harder for him behind the scenes? Honestly, if it's not me, be honest.
No, it's you.
Okay, is there anyone else that does?
No.
Okay, and we have we or have we not, I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but have I or have I not had legitimate, I wouldn't say arguments, but long-form debates defending him?
It's a lot of, is it worth it?
Not from me, from management.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes. All right. Clutch is paying me. All right, we'll take a break. Final hour of the program coming up right after this. Word from my friends at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram. You know what we haven't talked about in a while? We talked about Jeeps last week. We haven't talked about the Jeep Gladiator Sport S. It's the it right now is the make this the summer sales event. A lot of great stuff going on right now. A lot of great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this will cover both the Cherokee. Let's talk about the Cherokee and the Gladiator. Not the movie. The car. Summer, best time of year to a lot of you. Not just for fun and adventures, but the huge savings at Hoblet. Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitudes. This is easily one of the best looking Jeeps on the road. It has the latest and greatest tech, but it's so much more than tech. So much more than tech. Right now, you can also save up to $10,800 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Gladiator Sports. Best of both worlds, a little Jeep and a little truck for whatever you need done. Search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break when we come back. Top of the hour, we'll get in some football and more, some stuff we missed. We got to go streaking, all that next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. One of our guys in the chat's having a very difficult time with the idea that YouTube chats can be, how would you say, there's rules. It's not science, dude. This isn't Reddit. And I would say that our chat rules here are incredibly lenient compared to a lot of other radio stations. We, especially on this show, give a lot of leeway on what you. I want people to talk about what they talk. If something, much like the show, if something goes one way, fine. We try to stay out of politics, just like on the show. We try to stay out of, hot button issues. And if we do, like when we talked about the WNBA stuff last week, we try to keep it as respectful and accusatory as possible. But there are guidelines, man. And a lot of times those get bent. But I have absolutely no problem saying, and I don't say this flippantly because I do value each and every person that listens to the show. But if that is a problem, this is an opt-in situation. It's opt-in. By the way, people still think it's Matt. It's not Matt in the chat. It's Dave. Want to make sure Matt doesn't get tagged for that. It's opt-in. Nobody is forcing you to chat. And with that comes, guidelines. Very loose ones. You're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, Matt's really going hard in Dave's
I know. You want to have the occasional this, that, fine. My whole problem has always been the campaigning. Like I just made the point in the chat. We're talking about cookies or the Kings or barbecue or oil change. I don't know. And then, the random wow, do your own research. It's not, I'm not taking issue necessarily with your point. I'm taking issue with the fact that it's every day and it's out of nowhere. And MC and I have butted heads on this for years. And the last time we did, we had a lot of off-air conversations about this, and it always comes down to the same thing, and I just think it's hardwired in him. Or maybe in both of us. I'll take some of the blame because MC is one of our, if not our, I mean, he's Mount Loyal listener more top 4. It's why I've busted my ass behind the scenes for him, truly. But it always happens where we get to a point, it's good for a while, and then it slides back in and he gets more and more, we get more and more butting heads. And I'm telling you right now, I have a feeling, and I hope this isn't the way it goes, but I feel like we're headed for what happened before. And this time, and there's nothing I can do about it next time. That is a fact. I can't do anything about it the next time. I do not want that. So please, I'm asking, please, pretty please, super pretty please, just trust me when I say it's not necessarily me saying it. Just go with the flow, man. Chris rants about politics a lot to actually be involved in the show and work for the state.
When do I rant about
I don't think you rant about, you and I have some very differing politics on certain things. I think
I rant about billionaires.
Yeah, I think there will be some.
And I am on your side. Remember, my push as dictator of the United States would be a cap at $100 for sporting events.
I mean, I can't disagree with that.
And I promise, I promise lower section seats for under $100.
I don't think any of us would disagree with that. It's the other stuff. Anyways, is what it is. We did talk about Joshua Baez earlier in the show at length. As a matter of fact, we played 4 minutes of radio and TV calls about Josh Baez. If you missed it, hit 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats of his entire career. Of his entire career, he was at one point 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. That's got to be the greatest baseball debut of all time. Then we went to talk about other great debuts in history. I think we all kind of agreed that if you decided to count it, that Wilt Chamberlain's 43 and 28. But again, that's kind of like that's tough to do, man. That's like the early era. Now, if somebody did 43 and 28 today, yeah. Also wanted to note
if Wemby did that on his first game,
yeah,
everyone would be like, okay, it's over.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, that's it. 11 of 15 for 126 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions for Deshaun Watson. He also had 3 rushes for 4 yards. I'm very interested in that. That is, to me, the most interesting thing about Cleveland this year, the Browns. Patrick Tyler in the chat says, as a Cardinals fan, I knew this guy had home run potential, but to do that, yeah, man. Well, you know what I do appreciate about baseball is that even though I think his second home run got thrown back on the field, I don't know if the third one did. I'm pretty sure the first one did not. But by the time he hit the second, and then especially for the third, even the home fans are cheering. In a massive, massive rivalry game, even the home fans were cheering, which you got to kind of respect that, dude. 3 home runs in 3 games is just stupid. I got a bunch of audio here, and I don't have any context for this. Why is Ben Johnson talking about Antoine? Oh, I know what he's talking about. Wait, what did I just do there? Hold on. I was going to say, why is he talking about Antoine Randall L? Wait a minute. Why I'm having a brain freeze right now. Who's his Okay. Yes, I go back to I'll tell you what happened. I saw that line that said Ben Johnson talking about Antoine Randall L. I went, why is he talking about Antoine Randall L? And then for a second I had to pause because I couldn't think of Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I was like, wait a minute, is that his receiver? Am I tripping? No, it's Antoine Randall L, who I believe, if I remember right, didn't he play quarterback at Indiana or something and then went on to be a wide receiver in the NFL? There's these names, and they're similar names in the sense they both start with A. They both have dashes and stuff in them. You gotta forgive me mixing up the names Antoine Randall L and Amon-Ra St. Brown. You can see how I would do that. Maybe you can't, but I want to know why he's talking about him.
Yeah, well, I think we might take a look at a couple guys here during the preseason. You know, last year Declan had an opportunity in one of those games to do the second half, and so I wanted L to get that chance, and he wanted it too. I mean, I think he's an outstanding coach, and I think sometimes when you're put in certain position rooms, you kind of get labeled one thing or another. And here's the thing about L. I think he's got a chance to be an offensive coordinator in this league. I think he's got a chance to be a head coach in this league. I think he would do a phenomenal job in both those respects. And I don't know if he gets that type of credit around the league right now. So it's a good opportunity for him to get some recognition.
Got you. Okay. Assistant coach. Now it makes sense. I had not heard the name Antoine Randall L in a long time. And yes, quarterback Indiana before they were, anything competitive whatsoever. And then much like that's the second time today that we have mentioned a college quarterback that became a wide receiver in the NFL, which is amazing. He was drafted as a wide receiver in the second round and was never, phenomenal, but he had a year where he had 728 receiving yards. Nothing wrong with that. Also, if I remember correctly, my memory is hazy. I think there were a couple plays where designed where he might throw here and there, kind of a hybrid. Super Bowl champion. First team All-Pro in 2005. Well, good. I had not heard that name in a long, long time. Let's move on to the world of football. Dan Campbell on sideline monitors.
You get a better view than I did. So he took one on both shoulders at one point.
No, he took one from teammate Devin White, like three.
Was it on the same play?
Three snaps before.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't get to see all that stuff.
Okay. Jackson Dart, quarterback of the New York Giants, on always being in the blue tent.
As far as the blue tent, like I really respect the rules and the thought behind, NFL has of keeping players healthy and reviewing things, but at the same time, I'm still puzzled by it just feeling like every time that I get hit, I just find my way in there.
Well, hopefully that I would like to see health with the New York Giants. I want to know what they are. They're my NFC pick to click this year, like the Raiders are my AFC pick. And when I say click, I mean just have a nice turnaround. I don't think either will make the playoffs, but maybe the best percentage increase on wins and losses. Not that that's a tough thing to do, but I expect both teams to be improved. I think the Giants are probably maybe a year ahead. They've got a lot of talent on that team at some skill positions. I love Abdul Carter on their defense. I think he's an absolute, he's already kind of a star, but a future super stud. And when you look at their depth chart between Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, remember, Dart, Scatterbo, and Malik Neighbors were all hurt and or out most, if not all, of the year. They're now back. And then when you go over to their defense and you see names like Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, and they've got some depth there as well. It's very interesting. Kayvon Thibodeau. And now they have John Harbaugh as a head coach. It's going to be very interesting. Speaking of Harbaughs, here's Jim Harbaugh.
You ever say to, hey, Chris, don't screw around too much. We're really good on that side. I don't want too many changes. Like, how many changes can you make to a great defense?
You're always. I mean, it's. I think these defenses, these systems, they're always evolving because they have to. And there was evolvement. Is that a word? Is it a word, Colin?
In evolvement. Well, I like evolving.
evolving. Yeah, same with Mike. There was Mike McDonald and Jesse. And it'll be the same with Chris. So we're in that. I think a lot of the good ways that we saw, as an organization that, would be with whether Jesse being here. Now he's not.
He's just an awkward dude, isn't he? Jim's just an awkward guy. Did you ever see the video where they were talking to all these NFL head coaches? I'll play just a little bit of it here.
Which current head coach has more regular season rushing yards than Bo Jackson?
They're asking, by the way, John Harbaugh is the first guy they're asking.
Current regular head coach has more, you mean in the NFL or in the NFL?
Bo had 2782, this coach.
So they go around to all these coaches, right? And they keep coming back. And they get to Sean McVay, who, if you've never watched Sean McVay talk football history, he makes Greg Papa's memory look like mine.
Sean McVay, who remembers every single play he's called.
It's insane. They'll be like, all right, in 2019 versus the Bears, third quarter, and he'll know it. The guy is honestly, it's ridiculous. But he's super pissed at himself. None of these guys can get it. What current head coach has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson in his entire career? Bo Jackson had 2,782.
Coach has 5 yards more.
Oh, my goodness. This is a great
Sean McDermott.
Here. Wow.
Liam
Hold
Cohen,
now.
former head.
It sure as hell isn't me.
That's Mike Vrabel. So the best part about this bit, if you haven't seen it, they keep going around all these coaches, but they keep coming back to John Harbaugh. They keep coming back to John Harbaugh, and they're coming back to him for a reason. Because, let me see if I can pick it up here. The big payoff is, hold on here.
Pretty mobile quarterback.
Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah, here we
some
go.
yardage. No way. Are you serious? Jim Harbaugh.
This is where they
I
all.
want you to tell me. Somebody, what division is West?
Here we go. John
Or
Harbaugh.
West. Jim, oh my God, that's terrible. That is so bad. Because I'm going to tell you what, most underrated quarterback in NFL history, Jim Harbaugh.
He's trying to clean it up. Sorry, bro. But that is a great stat. Jim Harbaugh, more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson. Yeah, I know Bo got hurt, and yes, we all know that, but I don't think most would get that. Here's Todd Monken on Deshaun Watson's performance.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was so cool to watch him play. I mean, I get all of the frustration, fans, himself, but for
Hey, just out of curiosity, if I'd have told you and you didn't know any better, if I'd have said Hall of Famer Doc Rivers on Deshaun Watson's play, would you have?
for him to come back and work like he did is an unbelievable credit to him. And then to go out there, he was having fun today. And that is so cool. And I thought he really functioned at a high level. It was fun watching him play.
That's funny. Somebody was yelling a bit on the sidelines. If I was an NFL head coach, and this is a big reason why I wouldn't be, I would probably grab one of my assistant coaches, and their job would be to assistant coach their section of the whatever. But their other job would be to repeat everything I said in the headset to him, but yell it. Like, I would have a designated yeller. I would call him Old. So Old Yeller, and he would be the guy where I'm like, all right, split 50, Y banana on 2. Split 50, Y. Why do they yell themselves? Just have a designated yeller. Maybe in some timing cases, you got to do your own yelling. I understand that. And what's your or why not an intern? Why not some intern? You try some people out. Hey, dude, not only do you need a loud voice, but you need that voice to last a long time. Oh, here's Fred in accounting or whatever. And then you get a mild salary, maybe your whole salary, you get minimum wage. Who wouldn't do this? Minimum wage, you get to hear the plays called, And you get to stand up.
Oh, you get to hear the plays called.
Well, think about it from like a fan point of view. Like if they had a contest and you had all these, imagine like in Green Bay. Well, any team. You get to stand next to Kyle Shanahan and yell out the plays to everyone and then like slap helmets when slap when you're celebrating, slap the players' football helmets. And be part of the crowd. Jesus, let's go streaking, please. Just speaking of.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
What's the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
Really getting tired of the immature innuendo on this show. We're all adults, man. We just grow up. Anyways, Chris, do you have any information on streaking?
I do. And if you notice, I finally updated our streaking.
Okay.
Dave, you took Henry Bolte. You're on a one-game hitting streak.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I saw it.
Jason, last week, he picked Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr., 1 for 4.
Okay.
I picked Kevin McGonigal. He went 1 for 4, so I go from 0 to 1.
Wow.
And Dave, who did you pick?
I picked Henry Bolte.
No, that was how you got the one-game hitting streak.
Oh, who do I pick today?
No, who'd you pick on Friday?
Dude, that was like a year ago, bro. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I do.
Who?
You didn't pick anybody.
Okay, well, that's a trick question, Chris.
But today, Jason said that he is going to be picking Freddie Freeman.
Okay.
I will take Otto Lopez of the Marlins.
Why doesn't he get on? Jason loves LA. He loves it. What?
Because he's from LA.
Oh, so that's okay.
No, he's better for it. He lived the terrible place in LA, and he's
literally
the greatest place on earth, Sacramento, California.
He's an LA native. I hate LA, and you do that. I will take, he's day-to-day, but sounds like he'll play today. And I'm, by the way, against Jason's Dodgers. I'll take Hunter Goodman.
I'll allow it.
Okay. 916-339-1140 is your text line. Guys, why don't you stop it in the chat and the text line? When NFL players celebrate, they slap each other on their helmets. So when I say something like you get to slap helmets with them, that is obviously talking about celebrating. So no, I don't believe you in the YouTube chat when you say, why is Dave getting so bashful when talking about slapping helmets? Or I don't believe you in the text line when you say nothing worse than walking into the locker. And I'm not even going to read it out loud. It's a celebration. Like Cool in the Gang, man.
That's what they were singing about?
Anyways, I think it would be a really cool thing to be a designated yeller on the sidelines. We'll take a break.
Wasn't that a Key and Peele sketch?
Was that the Obama one where his anger or something or whatever?
Angry, yeah. Because he
right.
had to be calm.
I just got to end everybody in the chat. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, what's on deck? We'll clean up some other stuff, including some football notes, including another Aaron Donald signing. A future Hall of Famer signs with this team. And what's Love got to do with it? Well, might need a cast or at least a rap for this Love. That's like the worst tease ever, dude. That really was that was terrible. All because Jeremiah Love has a high ankle sprain. I tried to do it on the fly. I couldn't. We'll be right back after this.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years. No monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
just did. That's terrible. Terrible. Forgot. That's the third time I've said, what am I doing? I forgot during the What's Hot, What's Not. Your What's Not was Manchester City. That was very apropos. And I'm kind of proud of you, by the way, for pointing that out. Who's hot, though? That would be Huddersfield Town Association Football Club. As they opened their season in League One, hosting AFC Wimbledon, the team they finished last year beating 4-0 on the road. Or wait, maybe that was at home. I can't remember. And their new signing, Darren Silly Sanchez Fernandez, or DSF for short, scored a brace in the first half. Bojan Radulovic, a beautiful pass from Radinho Balker, made it 3-0. And even though they were a man down because Ballymungo got a red card about 20 minutes in, they still managed to win 3-0. That puts them, everybody, at the front, or should I say, top of the League One table. Let me tell you something, dude. If we get out of this league and then get out of the next league, Huddersfield Town, upstart in the Premier League, maybe within the next 2-3 years, maybe 4, win the Premier League. I mean, I'm not saying that's not, whatever. I'm going to be so much more obnoxious than I am. It's going to be it won't be the Kings winning the finals, but my God, I really hope that happens. And then we'll all go over there together. That's where my remote show will be. What do you say, guys? What do you say, guys, in the chat? You up for a remote show in England? Would you go, Chris, if they were playing, let's say, in the championship playoffs at Wembley?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be a fun little road trip. The thing is, I'd be over there, but boy, what a long flight if you lose. The man who pulled Cooper Flagg's one-of-one rookie card, the one that we talked about last week, the Mavericks were offering 32 years of season tickets and a trip to Boston for a game and all kinds of photos. Anyways, he's turning it down. He says he cares more about the experiences, cash, that owning it will bring than the money. I mean, what else are we talking other than the cash? What experiences are you having with a rectangular piece of cardboard? Maybe I don't want to know what kind of experiences you're having. But the best part of that whole story, ladies and gentlemen, is the man that pulled that card, his identity has been revealed, and I swear to God, I'm not making a joke. The man's name, this name might be familiar to any, if not all of you listening right now. What are the odds? The Cooper Flagg card was pulled by Jason Williams. And we just mentioned Jason Williams quite a few times last week. It's not the same Jason Williams. It's not that Jason Williams either, by the way. It's a random Jason Williams. We don't usually play quotes from old friend of the show, Mike Florio, but I'll make an exception today since he's talking about Christian McCaffrey.
Sometimes when you try to understand things happening in the NFL, you need to look at the timeline. For example, Falcons running back Bijan Robinson gets a big contract. A couple of days later, Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs gets a big contract. A couple of days later, 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey starts missing practice due to tightness. He's now missed a week of practice, and some are wondering whether or not his tightness, whether his absence from practice relates to a desire to get an adjustment to his contract, given what Robinson and Gibbs are being paid. McCaffrey's now 30. He's due to make $12.5 million this year. None of it is guaranteed. He's got one last bite at the apple, and now is the time to take it. And now is the time to protect himself while he lays the foundation to get that sweetener. He doesn't need the preseason. He doesn't need the extra reps. He is ready to go. He's always ready to go.
Okay. Whether you agree, well, first off, that may very well not be true. Florio might just be connecting dots that aren't necessarily connected. And so that being acknowledged, last year Christian McCaffrey played in all 17 games, and if you have a short memory, you may remember that this time last year we were all worried that his Achilles tendons would explode just on their own. It was they're being easy with him. He's got tightness, this, that. Remember now, because I guarantee you this had something to do with it mentally, especially here in Northern California. This was coming off just a few months prior, watching both Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton blowing out their Achilles. And that was preceded by calf tightness. So we were all worried that McCaffrey would either be injured at some point and miss the entire year, or they would have to be incredibly, incredibly ginger with him. That's not what happened in either case. He played in all 17 games. He had 1,202 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. He had 924 yards receiving to go with 102 catches for 7 touchdowns, which puts him rather high on the list of both receiver and running back rankings. 17 combined touchdowns, over 2,000 yards from scrimmage. That's a pretty big deal. So you could make an argument that Christian McCaffrey, if he's not the highest paid guy in the league, should certainly be right there with certainly with Bijan Robinson, but also with Gibbs, Taylor, all those guys. He's definitely in that category. The problem is he's 30. So what I don't understand is, look, the guy does deserve more money. So isn't there a way they can get together and say, hey, look, we'll meet you halfway? Because here's what we know. We know if you're playing. We know if you're healthy. We know you're going to be phenomenal. Or we're at least willing to trust that. But the issue is you're 30. So why don't they just add just a crap load of crazy incentives in there? Dude, you play 17. You play over 10 games, that's $1 million. You play over 14, that's 2. You play in all 17, that's $3 million. That's, excuse me, that's a quarter of his salary right now. You hit 1,000 or more rushing yards, that's another $1 million. You hit over 800 yards, that's $1 million receiving. 100 catches, $1 million. Over 15 touchdowns. And you can stack them accordingly, or not stack them, but you can, do 500,000 for X, another 250. Why not figure out what, who is it? Is it Jahmyr Gibbs is the highest paid now? Jonathan Taylor, Bijan, whatever, one of those three. Figure out whatever the highest one is and say, hey, dude, check it out. We'll make you even better paid by 1 penny to them. But here's your very reachable statistics. And what I would say is, and again, I don't know if they have the room or not. I'm talking out of my rear as usual. But what I would say is this. We'll just make all the incentives cap out at your caps last year. You had 102 receiving yards. Cool, no problem. We'll make your if you hit 100 or more catches, I say 100 more receiving yards. You hit 100 more catches, which you had 102 last year. You max out at that bonus. You break 1,000 yards rushing, you max out at that bonus. You break 900 yards receiving, all of which he did last year, boom. He had 17 touchdowns, mark that down to 15, and then 17 games played. That's what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 incentives they could offer him. If there was $1 million for hitting all those incentives, that puts him up to, 17-something million. That puts him right there. Why not just do that? Because it's worth it if he plays. I understand what the Niners' worry is. If Christian McCaffrey were 26 or 27 years old, he'd probably be the highest paid running back in the league right now. It's all about age. So, Von Miller has signed with the Cowboys a 1-year deal. God dang, man, how old is he now? Is he trying to be the first NFL player to play with his son? Let me see. Is he even on their list yet? No, yeah, he is here. How old is he? Well, he's 37. That's not terrible. That's younger than Trent Williams. He did have 9 sacks last year. Well, give Vaughn his respect. First ballot Hall of Famer. Aaron Donald worked out for a second time with the Rams. Yeah, he's coming back, dude. Jamal Adams out for the season, and Jeremiah Love, the super stud running back for the Cardinals, has a high ankle sprain. That's not good. That should probably shut his preseason down. You can only hope that he comes back for the start of the season. I would love to see that kid out of Notre Dame go to work. I loved him in college. We'll take a break. When we come back, celebrity birthdays. We'll do a little crosstalk. I saw Matt. I haven't seen Kayla. I know she was gone Friday. I assume Kayla was with us. And then they'll step up to the plate at 10 a.m. for their version of Sactown Sports content. Much like you should step up to the pros with Pest Pros. Step up to the pros.com is where you go. Don't take my word for it. Go to Yelp, go to Google, go wherever you want, and find what people who aren't being paid like me have to say. But I can tell you, I'm always honest, over 20 years in this business, and I've never steered you the wrong way. Never. They came out to my house. They absolutely, when I say they killed it, I mean, that's actually the perfect thing to say. They did. They killed the cockroaches. They killed the, well, I don't know if they killed the mice or not, but I haven't seen any. And they did kill the fleas. I need them to come back now. God knows what else we had roaming around outside. We don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Pest Pros. Not just pest control. Community builders, if I may. Family-owned, locally rooted, committed to serving Northern California. I absolutely love that. Do you have pest control or do you have Pest Pros? Pest Pros, the best bros. Step up to the pros.com. Step up to the pros.com. Tell me good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. Crosstalk celebrity birthdays. We wrap the show up next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Ben Hogan said, good golf starts with a good grip. It's true. If the golf club isn't in a square position after you grip it, you'll have to do something in the swing to manipulate it back to square. Otherwise, you're hitting big slices or duck hooks. Then you start gripping the club tighter, and that tension runs through the hands, up the arms, and into the shoulders. You're done before you even take the club back. 9 times out of 10, when I make a small adjustment in a friend's grip, the ball flight is much closer to straight or even a slight draw. You want to hold the club more in the fingers than in the palm, which allows your wrist to better hinge. The lifeline on your right hand will cover the thumb on your left. In this position, you'll see the top 2 knuckles on the back of your left hand, and the V created by the thumbs and forefingers should be parallel and point to your right shoulder. Grip pressure should be about 4 or 5 on a scale of 10. The correct grip is incredibly important, and if you're having issues, see your PGA golf professional. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Woo! Free Kawhi.
We'll start with Kayla. How was your weekend? You had a Friday off. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. Yeah, it was pretty good. Red's still not behaving, but
who's not behaving?
That, my dog.
Oh, well,
I can't do much.
Yeah.
Because he barks for the whole time.
When you leave?
Yep. Yeah, it's a nightmare. So we're trying to figure out that.
He's just lonely.
But other than that, no, I think this is a little bit more of an issue.
So he said to me once, when if you go with the whole, and I know it's not exact, but if you go with the whole dog years thing, 1 year equals 7 years. So we were on a 2-week vacation, and so that's 14 weeks to a dog. So imagine, since they can't speak English, that you leave, and then basically for 3 months and 2 weeks, 3.5 months, you don't come back. They are we got abandoned.
Yep.
Or
something's.
If you're gone, if you work an 8-hour day,
right,
and you're gone for 8 hours, when you get back, you've been gone for a day. Imagine that. The only people you know and love in this world that take care of you, they feed you, they water you, and they just randomly leave every day. I don't know if you get this or not, but we have we have our front door, and then there's a little rectangular window. And,
yeah.
And we used to have blinds there, but so we put this shading material so that you can't see outside because it was so bad. Now they get up in the window on the windowsill above our couch, and there's nothing worse. I do this every single time I leave. I'm walking down towards the driveway, and I turn around, and these 3 dog faces are plastered against the window. Please don't go.
That's exactly what it is.
And what I think is happening is I think they're looking. They have the saddest look, and maybe this is wrong. They're probably thinking something like, "Where is the food person is leaving?" And But what I think they're saying is, "Please don't leave. I'm sorry for whatever I did. I'll do better next time. Please don't leave us. Please don't leave us." He's leaving. And then I know, even when I'm driving away, I look to my window. They're still there.
It's so heartbreaking.
It really, really is. Hey, can I bring up a really horrible subject when it comes to dogs? I'm just honestly curious, since you're a dog lover.
Worse than my puppy story?
No, this is a bad one, but I read an article on this, and I've always struggled with this. When the day comes.
I'm not talking about this.
Because I read this article, and it was basically, it was from a veterinarian. I don't know if this is real or not, but it was hey, you're going to live a long life, but your dog's entire life is you. From puppy to it's all you. Please stop dropping your dogs off because it's too difficult for you. And then it went through the whole thing. Dog's looking around, doesn't know what's going on, and then eventually.
Dropping your dogs off where?
At the vet at the end. And so the whole point of this article was, please be in the room with the dog.
Yeah, of course.
But most people don't.
What?
Yes. Most people don't.
Me.
And by the way, I can't judge them because
hell no.
I get it.
Not ever doing that.
But I will tell you this. Hopefully that day is not for ever, but any of my dogs. And Nacho, she's we think she's between 14 and 17.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Chihuahua.
she'll live to be probably. But when that day comes, I'll be there. I'll be in there. But I'm taking the next day. I will be a
it's a
mess.
It's tough.
The next day. On that note, how are you, Matt?
My brain is oozing out my ears trying to figure out all this. The latest ESPN
Too much sunscreen
stuff.
in the eyes.
All right.
Overflowing.
Well, we'll break it down in just a couple seconds. I'll help you out. But Kayla, back to you. I want your opinion on something here.
Cool. All right.
No. I'll help you out.
No, don't worry about it.
I want your opinion on something.
I'm sorry. I forgot I can't say that.
Why are you guys coming on our show and doing this?
Oh, I forgot I did that last week.
It's not our show yet. I got away with it.
Dang it.
Do you often do that on your show?
No, we don't do
We're
that.
in the clear on our show.
Why? I'll echo Chris's question.
Hey.
That's twice in a week.
No, well.
What are you pointing at her for?
We each got one.
It's twice.
We each got one.
Didn't mean to.
Best of 3.
All I'm saying is.
Who takes the cake?
Wait,
What's wrong
It's
with
making me a little uncomfortable.
What's wrong with my
It
shirt?
reminds me of
You wear doilies to work.
I wore
a
something
mobster.
Doyle-ish once, but it didn't have. I mean, you got some of that taco meat hanging, dude.
Thanks.
With the little chain.
Uh-huh.
It's a little mobster.
It's a little mobsterish. I agree with you.
No,
These are some of
Matt's
my
not to
favorite
be
shirts.
messed with today.
The bomber thing, by the way. Do you guys not like cats? No, I don't like cats. That's just me. I don't hate them. I don't have time for cats.
Love cats.
Yeah, I was allergic to them.
Cats or
growing up.
whatever. Cats are just.
I don't hate them though.
I don't hate them, and I like when they're little. I like playing with them and stuff, and they're cute. But then it's just like not taking the cat for a walk. Cat's not coming up and jumping in my arms when I get home. Cat's not, hey, I'm a cat. You can pet me if I let you, and then here's my butthole, and I walk away. That's a cat. It's not my thing.
Matt's got that. with
No,
his cats.
my Monday started great because I woke up with my new boy kitten, for some reason being mad at me, and it's
Whoa.
not a joke. I woke up to being my cat pissing on me this morning. It's not a joke.
It was great.
That's seriously how my day started.
What the hell, Matt?
He was mad at me. I don't know why.
That is crazy.
So that's why you're dressed like that. You got to present dominance.
Sure.
The NBA has found no evidence showing the Clippers and Steve Ballmer funneled money through team sponsors. Instead, they are focused on whether the team's introduction of Kawhi Leonard as sponsors constitutes a violation of the league's rules. They are examining whether the Clippers are guilty of failure to supervise employees. Now, please understand, these are leaks from either or both the league and the Clippers legal firms. I'm just going to draw the lines real quick for everybody. And I'm 100% right about this, so stay tuned.
Of course.
What's happening right now is they're leaking before they make the decision. What has also happened, as we talked about last week, is the problem with Steve Ballmer, who is not a shy little wallflower, is he's basically saying, if I go down, you're all going down because you all do this. So here's my middle finger, okay? So what the league is going to do now is they're going to wash Ballmer's hands of everything.
Make it about his employees.
They're going to they're basically going to pin this on some loosey-goosey stuff with the employees. Here's what I predict. Uncle Dennis, Kawhi's uncle, who's in the middle of all this, gets a lifetime ban from the NBA. Kawhi Leonard will get fined. The Clippers will get fined. Maybe some sort of a second-round pick in 2037, something, whatever. And then with the assertion that
He won't get suspended, you don't think?
I do not. I think this will come down to basically they'll fine them both. Uncle Dennis will get banned. It'll probably be a pretty decent fine for Kawhi Leonard, maybe even on or up to him having to return all the money he received or anything from aspiration and the scoreboard. And
but
now
Ballmer gets away.
Ballmer himself, and by the way, fines don't matter with him. So they might fine the Clippers. Right now, they're just negotiating. Where Ballmer's side is saying we're not agreeing to anything that says we had anything to do with this. So that's a no-go.
But there will be fall guys in the Clippers organization.
There will be fall guys that probably won't be named, but they'll get, whatever. There'll be some sort of token fine, and maybe a token fine for them is $5 million. Ballmer doesn't care, and that goes to charity or whatever. They'll figure that out, which he can then write off. It'll all be one of those things, and then they'll, it's that. that's what's going to happen. Bad stuff happened, wrong stuff happened, but this isn't the main point they make in there, which is correct. They're using the Joe Smith Minnesota Timberwolves thing as a precedent. There was actual evidence to that, which is why the T-Wolves lost 5 draft picks. What a lot of people don't remember is very quietly later, 2 of those first-round draft picks were reinstated, so it was actually 3 first-round draft picks. So this is a classic PR leak where they're probably all annoyed at Pablo Torre anyways for this, and they have to try to find a way to make punishments without the entire league going down. This is going to be kind of a second cousin, I think. You may remember 5 or 6 years ago when Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks were dealing with widespread accusations of sexual harassment. I think it's going to wrap up. No wrongdoing, but we'll do better in the future, and here's a fine. Celebrity birthdays, Christopher Laud. I know we're almost out of time.
In this day, in what year did the movie Superbad come out?
2012.
2013.
2011.
Matt is closest, 2007.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Happy birthday today to Donnie Wahlberg.
In the
D-O-N-N-I-E, the W-A-H-L. He is 59?
Really?
55.
Yeah, I think 54.
Dave is closer, 57.
Wow.
What?
Happy birthday to Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, Woodlands. Dustin Pedroia.
Woodlands' own Dustin Pedroia.
Sister and I are Facebook friends even.
Oh.
Shout out Heather Pedroia.
Cool flex.
Thanks. Is that
I don't know.
Yeah.
Facebook friends?
Dustin is 43.
41.
44.
We have a correct answer, 43. And last but not least, Rudy Gay. It's his birthday today.
Rudy! Kings legend.
Rudy!
39?
38?
He ain't 40, dude.
No, he's not 40.
Yeah, they got to agree to go 37.
No, I think he's 38.
We got a correct answer. Dave with the sweep.
Wow.
Whoa, hold on.
He's
Hey,
40 years old.
I know we're
today.
out of time. You got to give me one more, dude.
No, you didn't get it right on.
You
He's
didn't get
40.
it right on.
Oh,
You said
okay.
39.
Matt and Kayla will no doubt not be swearing during their show, but
Nope.
they'll do other stuff as
Only on
well.
yours.
Make sure you look at Matt's gold chain and chest hair, dude, because
Oh,
I
my
can't stop.
goodness.
Right here on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown